evening and welcome inside Regency Furniture Stadium as we prepare for Game 3 of a 4-game series between your Southern Maryland Blue Crabs and the visiting Somerset Patriots. Big day for the Patriots. They have officially clinched the first half Liberty Division Championship earlier today. We mentioned last night they had the opportunity to clinch. They needed a win and a New Britain loss to get the job done. Well, they won, but New Britain picked up the win in their game. Ended about 45 minutes after the conclusion of the Patriots' victory last night. 6-2 the final for Somerset. But today, New Britain had a 1:35 first pitch, and the Long Island Ducks took that game from them. So the Patriots, with a 2.5 game lead with 1.5 games remaining, will be the Liberty Division first half champions and will serve as the representative in the playoffs for that side. So this game, not real meaningful in the first half standings, but still very meaningful for the Blue Crabs to try to get some momentum going to the second half. Andrew, what do they have to do today to get the job done?
Well, I think you need to come out hitting. You've got an arm on the bump that only has one start on the year. A very solid start at that, but with only one start on the bump, you need some offense to get you rolling. That's what the Blue Crabs need tonight, and they've got the lineup to do it.
Craig Stem will get the start. We'll get you the reason behind that right after this break. We're going to step away from the national anthem as Stem and the team takes the field. So after this quick break, we'll be right back, starting lineups and first pitch on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network. Welcome back inside Regency Furniture Stadium. Brandon Belanda here alongside my broadcast partner Andrew Banstra as the red, white, and blue crab celebration has been underway all day. It's going to finish up with 9 innings of baseball between the Blue Crabs and the Patriots. And, of course, I've been told a 10-plus minute fireworks spectacular coming post-game. So plenty of time still to get out here if you're in the Southern Maryland area, as first pitch is just about to get underway, but you won't want to miss those fireworks coming after the game as well.
Last night it was called the Fireworks Spectacular. I don't think it quite does it justice. It's only going to be better tonight, Brandon. Very exciting stuff, but I think an even better baseball game in store for us this evening.
Blue Crabs are a team trending upward towards the end of the month in June. Patriots obviously have been trending upward. They're a playoff team. They clinched earlier today. We went over that a second ago. So Craig Stem on the mound for the Blue Crabs last night when I signed off. I promised you Brandon Compton. Well, fantastic news met this morning and then became official later this afternoon. Brandon Compton was signed by the Toronto Blue Jays organization. He will head straight up to AAA and join the Buffalo Bison, and he's their scheduled starter tomorrow against Scranton Wilkes-Barre, the Yankees AAA affiliate. So he's going to head to Scranton. It's a road game, and he's going to get the start tomorrow. So Compton not going to get the ball tonight, so Stem gets his second spot start of the year, and he'll face the Patriots here as the right-hander has taken his final warm-up toss and now is ready to go. Julio Bourbon, the center fielder, digs into the box. Stem out of the stretch comes set and delivers first pitch swinging his Bourbon. Martinez with a backhanded play right inside the line, fires across, and a beautiful start. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Can't get much more efficient than that. A guy coming out of the pen, only 1 start on the year. Can't expect him to have a ridiculous amount of endurance, but if you can be efficient, you can go pretty deep into a ball game. Stem on the year, 32 2/3 innings pitched, 32 hits allowed, 15 runs, 12 of them earned, and a very good walk-to-strikeout ratio. 10 walks to 29 strikeouts, a 3-3 record, and a 3.31 ERA.
As he pumps across a first pitch fastball to Craig Massey on the outside corner, and he's ahead, no balls and 1 strike to Massey. He's batted clean up in the first 2 games, but moves up to the 2-hole with Indy Chavez having the day off. Swings on the second pitch and fouls this one back out of play, 0-2. Defensive alignment behind Craig Stem, Ryan Strasburger in left, Corey Vaughn in center, Teodoro Martinez in right. Frank Martinez plays third base, Edwin Garcia at short. Angelis Nina re-enters the lineup. He's had about a week off, resting a hand injury, but he's back in at second base with Devin Rodriguez and Austin Green at first and behind the dish, rounding it out as the 0-2's fouled off back towards the Somerset dugout, and the count will hold at no balls and 2 strikes.
If you're the Blue Crabs, you mentioned the Patriots already clinched, but you could make that celebration not quite as fun if you hand them a loss this evening.
Breaking ball misses low and inside, 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Massey 0 for 4 last night. He had a big day in the opener, though. 2 for 4 with a run scored in that one. Stem, a rare pitcher that's going to start out of the stretch with the run bases empty as he drops a curveball here, swung on and missed, and down on strikes goes Massey. 2 up, 2 down for Craig Stem. Stem about as versatile as they come. 6'5", 230 pounds, just outside of Nashville, Tennessee, was the birthplace of Craig Stem. Features a 4-seam fastball, a sinker, slider, and a splitter. Last year, spent some time in the starting rotation, made 4 starts in his 30 appearances. This year, he's made 1. He served as the closer a little bit as well. As back up the middle on the first pitch goes Alfredo Rodriguez. That's going to get into center field. And Rodriguez is aboard with a 2-out hit.
You mentioned the versatility. If a guy can get a save and later that same season come out to start a game, that's what a coach would like. Send him out to do anything, any given night, and he'll do it.
You mentioned that 1 start earlier this year. Drake Britton came down ill on the way to New Britain, and on Friday morning, Britton woke up sick. He was scheduled to start. They decided to turn it over to Stem, and Stem responded by going 5 scoreless innings, 4 hits, 1 walk. He struck out 3 in that game, and he picked up the win in his first start of the season. Since then, he's made one relief appearance, and now with the signing of Compton, again a late decision, but he gets the start as he spins and fires to first, but back in safely. So Stem has not really had more than a couple of hours to prepare for either of now his two starts this season. The right-hander comes set. He gives a look at Rodriguez, kicks and delivers. Broken bat here as it's flared out towards shallow center. Garcia backing up. He'll make the catch over his shoulder, and that will retire the side here in the first. Stem works around the two-out hit, no runs on one hit, no errors, one man left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Ryan Strasburger will lead things off when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Sam Runyon, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Fans, join the Blue Crabs on Saturday night, August 18th, as we celebrate Southern Maryland's rich spiritual and religious community with Faith and Family Night. All night long, we will feature performances, prayer, and presentation from area religious and spiritual leaders, as well as post-game fireworks spectacular. Your minister, band, choir, or congregation can even participate. To be part of the festivities or to purchase tickets, please contact group sales at 301-638-9788 or visit somdbluecrabs.com.
Ladies, this is Corey Vaughn. Be sure to join us at the ballpark every Wednesday night for Wind Up Wednesday presented by Cove Point Winery. On select Wednesday nights throughout the year, ladies get in for just $5. You can also enjoy free wine samples from Cove Point as well as free services from Therapeutic Massage and Wellness. For more information and the available dates, please visit us online at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Thompson, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Corey Reardon on the mound for the Somerset Patriots. Ryan Strasburger, the leadoff hitter here for the Blue Crabs, as he takes first pitch for a called strike. And Reardon is ahead 0-1 on the Blue Crabs leadoff hitter. Strasburger hammers the second pitch into the left center field gap. That's going to get down and go to the wall. Strasburger on his way to second. He'll take the turnaround there, but throw the brakes on. And just like last night, Ryan Strasburger is into scoring position with a double.
Well, you see a real interesting shift. Both Francoso, the third baseman, and Rodriguez shifted heavily towards the third base bag and left a wide open gap in that area towards left center. Did the outfielders Dorn and Bourbon. So you see a perfect alleyway, and Strasburger extorts that and finds himself on second to lead it off.
Last night, it took just one pitch for Strasburger to get himself to second. Tonight, it takes two, but he's there, and Reardon kicks and delivers. Fastball right down the middle for a called strike to Garcia. If this holds form to what happened last night, Garcia took the first pitch with Strasburger on second, and then he squared and laid down a sacrifice bunt to move him over before a sacrifice fly from Teodoro Martinez got him in. Not squaring to bunt here as he tries to push a ground ball the other way, but he pushes it a little bit too far and it goes foul. No balls and 2 strikes the count.
And I would have liked to see Garcia lay one down on the first pitch and try to get over to third for Francoso, who wasn't even really playing bunt defense. Even leg that out if you're Edwin Garcia. He's got the speed to do so. And then on the second, maybe try the sack.
Now he's got to protect the plate with 2 strikes. He does a great job of that as he sends a curve ball out towards left. That's going to get down in front of Dorn. And back-to-back hits have runners on the corners with nobody out for the Blue Crabs, as they're off to a great start offensively again tonight.
Well, Garcia in his last 5 games before today was 0 for 16. He was 1 for 37 in his last 10, so that has to feel good, getting a weight off your shoulders. Base hit to start off the game.
Runners on the corners for Corey Reardon, the all-star for the Somerset Patriots. 3-3 with a 3.07 ERA is the right-hander coming into play today. This is his 12th start. He's tossed one complete game on the season, and he has 57 strikeouts on the year as well. He's in a bit of trouble here as the Patriots defense in double play depth. They're willing to trade a run for 2 outs right now as Reardon steps off the back and flips over to first, but back in easily is Garcia.
Watch out for that for the rest of the night. Reardon looked very uncomfortable tossing that ball over to first. Maybe the John Lester effect. He may not be comfortable with that, so maybe an errant throw at some point.
This one's chopped back up the middle. The second baseman, Massey, flips to the shortstop, Rodriguez, on to first in time for the double play, but Strasburger comes across from third, and the Blue Crabs strike first as they take a 1-0 lead here on the 4-6-3 double play.
It's not ideal to roll into a double play, but you get the run home. You can trade 2 runs, make that 1 run for 2 outs early in a ball game. And Teo did his job. Just get the ball in play, and that'll score Strasburger.
So now base is empty, 2 down for Frank Martinez. The all-star 2 for 3 with a solo home run in the bottom of the 9th last night as he takes first pitch low, 1 ball, no strikes. Defensive alignment behind Reardon on the mound. Danny Dorn in left, Julio Bourbon in center, Justin Pacioli in right. As he misses high and away here, 2-0. Mike Francoso and Alfredo Rodriguez on the left side of the infield. Craig Massey and Aaron Dudley on the right. Yovan Gonzalez back behind the plate for the second day in a row. 2-0 pitch on its way. Martinez with a big cut. But a sky-high pop-up towards the Blue Crabs dugout. The third baseman giving chase. He's going to run out of room as it's off the top of the dugout and into the crowd. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Martinez has been about as hot as they come of late, getting that average way north of 300. Sitting about 314 is Martinez. He had a home run last night. That's his 4th on the year. So really heating up out of that box is Martinez.
2 balls, 1 strike the count as Reardon winds and delivers. Ground ball to Massey. He'll flip on to Dudley, and that will retire the side in the inning. But the Blue Crabs do strike first. They cash in on a leadoff double from Ryan Strasburger. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. And we'll head to the second. Blue Crabs got a lead just like they did last night, but they'll look to hold on to it this time. Kyle Roller, Aaron Dudley, Justin Pacioli due up to face STEM when we return to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Brandon Compton, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Be sure to bring your furry friends out to the ballpark with you on July 22nd for our second of 3 Bark in the Park series. This day will feature a Blue Crabs themed dog leash giveaway brought to you by 98.7 WMZQ with a special performance by Avenue Disc Dogs. To secure your seat today, visit us online at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
General Manager of your Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Craig Stem back to work here in the top of the second inning. Kyle Roller leads things off as he's swinging on the first pitch. A ground ball to first. Devin Rodriguez will pick it up and flip to stem covering. A 3-1 put out, and this inning starts the same. 1 pitch, 1 out for Stem.
You got to love the efficiency. He didn't throw too many pitches in that first inning, keeping that count down here in the second. If he can stay on that pace, he could be out on the bump for a long time.
Aaron Dudley, the first baseman, digs in now for what will be his first at-bat of the series. Dudley serving as the backup first baseman. The first baseman, Danny Dorn, in the first 2 games actually moved to left field. A first pitch sinker on the outside corner takes the count to 0 balls and 1 strike on Dudley.
You mentioned Endy Chavez getting the night off. Taking his spot would be Dorn.
Breaking ball misses low and inside. 1 ball and 1 strike with Dorn moving out there. That opened up the opportunity for Dudley to get the start. A .230 average with a pair of home runs and 16 RBIs on the season. He has appeared in 44 games, so it's not that Dudley doesn't often get playing time. He just hasn't in this series. Chopper to second here. Nina will pick it up there and flip on to first for the 4-3 putout.
And once again, the efficiency very good from this point on from Craig Stem. Let's see if he can keep it going. Stem doing a good job thus far, getting a lot of people to ground out. Only 1 pop out so far in this game out of the 5 outs that he's recorded up to this point.
Keeping that sinker down in the zone and getting batters to roll over on it as he throws that one down on the knees of Justin Pacioli for a called strike. Stem kicks and delivers. That one misses. 1 ball and 1 strike the count here on Pacioli. He was 0 for 2 with a pair of runs in last night's game. He was hit by 2 pitches in that game, both curveballs off the hand of Casey Delgado. 1-1 slider will dip too far out of the zone and away. 2 balls and 1 strike.
You notice Craig Stem comes on one side of the mound, closer towards the third base itself. So you see he's trying to get an inside edge on right-handed batters.
He pumps another sinker right on the knees of Pacioli, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Stem's got that sinker working very well to this point. Kicks and delivers. That one is fouled off, and the count will hold. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs.
Stem doesn't want to work into a long count. He's done such a good job being efficient up to this point. You wonder if he can't just have another quick inning, and this time it'd be a 1-2-3 if he could get the batter.
He's at 18 pitches through 1 2/3. Pitch number 19 is chopped slowly down the third baseline. Frank Martinez will pick it up in the coach's box, and that will go foul to have the count hold once more. Back-to-back foul balls off the bat of Pacioli as he's trying to make Stem work a little bit. Took just 5 pitches to retire the first 2 batters. The next pitch will be the 7th of this at-bat. Pitch number 20 on the night for Stem, 2-2 once more. It's a slider. Pacioli fouls off yet another pitch as he continues to battle here.
And you can tell Pacioli's going up with the mindset of I want to work Stem a little bit. I mean, in that situation, that ball's almost all the way in the left-handed batter's box, and he managed to chop it directly behind him. So in that situation, it appears as though he's just trying to foul some stuff off.
Ready for the 2-2. The 4th time, it's a fastball swung on and missed. And down on strikes goes Pacioli. Stem blew that one by him for a 2nd strikeout of the night. And a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Devin Rodriguez, Corey Vaughn, Angelo Sonko will come to bat, looking to add more to the Blue Crabs tally in the 2nd when we return to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Are you looking for the latest and best in Blue Crab's gear? Look no further than the newly redesigned and restocked Crab Shack Team Store, anchored by EC Sports. The Team Store features everything from old favorites like game replica hats and t-shirts to novelty items and collectibles. You can visit our Team Store anytime 9 to 5, as well as during all home games. The Team Store is also available online by visiting somdbluecrabs.com and clicking the Store tab.
Hey fans, this is Craig Stem, pitcher for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Make sure you come out every Thursday for Foster's Grill Wings and Beer Night. For just $30, you can enjoy a ticket to the game and 2 hours of all-you-can-eat Foster's Wings and all-you-can-drink beer in the Legends Clubs from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. For more information, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Are you looking for the best place to entertain your group, large or small, this summer? Look no further than the Blue Crabs at Regency Furniture Stadium with our newly renovated luxury suites and Legends Club, as well as our brand new party suite. Our luxury suites have all new amenities and are sure to please your group, while our clean, upscale Legends Club can host up to 160 guests for a game or anytime. New for 2018, the Blue Crabs are excited to announce our brand new party suite for groups up to 50 guests. It's double the space for double the fun for double the group, just $20 per person. Call group sales at 301-638-9788 to book your group today.
Hey, this is Devin Rodriguez, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Devin Rodriguez comes up to bat. He just introduced himself, and now he'll greet Corey Reardon as the right-hander kicks and delivers. First pitch on the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1.
Rodriguez fell into a slump after sitting right around 300 all season. He's raised that average back up to 280 after a long slump, worked his way up through a 345 average over the last 10.
The 0-1 misses low, and the count evens up. 1 ball and 1 strike to Devin Rodriguez. Batting from the left side against the righty Reardon, the defense has a nice shift on him to his pull side as Reardon goes with a changeup that catches the outside corner, and the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Umpiring crew remains the same throughout the series. Dave Schreck moves behind the plate. Tom Gandolfo's at first, and Larry Rosenberg is at third. Fastball jams Rodriguez a bit here, but with the count at 1-2, he fights it off. He knew he had to swing at that one, couldn't go down looking, and is able to get a piece of it to stay alive. Looks like a nice catch by a fan there off the roof on that one. That's what got the crowd to its feet. And the 1-2 once more. Breaking ball, Rodriguez back up the middle. Reardon's unable to handle it, and it's into center field for a leadoff single. The Blue Crabs have the leadoff man aboard for the second time in the game.
Rodriguez just continues to heat back up. I think we may have had something to do with that slump. I brought it up a lot that he was consistently at 300. That brought him back down to earth, and now he's finding his way back up to 300.
Corey Vaughn will dig into the batter's box now. Vaughn 0 for 3 in last night's game. He'll look to turn that around here. Got a cleat change for Corey Vaughn tonight as he goes from the typical Nikes to looks like high top Vans as a fastball misses low. Am I incorrect, Andrew?
I think you are exactly correct. I am surprised about that call, but I like it.
I know Vaughn a big fan of custom cleats as Reardon kicks and delivers. Vaughn with a towering fly ball to center field. Bourbone's going to be able to handle that one, though, it looks like, as he camps underneath it and makes the catch for out number 1. Vaughn, a big fan of custom cleats. There's a company you can ship any pair of shoes to, and they'll turn them into cleats. I just found out about it last year when I was talking to Vaughn about stuff. So he has probably the best cleat collection in the clubhouse. He's got 2 pairs of Vans, blue and black. You see the black ones on tonight. He's got a couple of pair of Jordans, a couple of pair of LeBrons. He has a pair of Paul George Nikes that are cleats as well.
You know, and I've always wanted to try to turn some basketball shoes into cleats. I just never knew how it would work, if it would have the right feel.
We've seen him wear LeBrons earlier this season as Angelo Sonko digs in, swinging on the first pitch, pulls it foul, 0-1. Cody Hebner, one of the relievers last year, actually took a pair of Air Force Ones from back in the day, all whited out and turned them into cleats, and he would pitch in those. So I've seen pretty much everything since I got here from the group of guys that have been in Southern Maryland. 0-1 to Sonko, line drive over the first baseman Dudley's head and into right field as Sonko adds a single, and now runners on first and second, one out for Austin Green.
You may have seen everything. I don't know that you had seen the high top vans before, but Corey Vaughn, a walking fashion statement, getting it going. Maybe it's the next thing to catch on.
He wore them last 4th of July, and I actually got an email directly to my email asking me who was wearing the Vans and how does someone go about getting them. So this is how I got all that information, actually.
He is a walking fashion statement then.
Runners on, one out. Austin Green digs in as he takes first pitch for a called strike, 0-1.
Green really struggling at home. We've talked about that a couple of times. Just 183 on the season at home, 382 on the road.
0-1 right on the inside corner from Reardon, and that brings the count to no balls and 2 strikes.
Green evens those two wild numbers out at 280, something he's raised a lot over these last probably 20 games. He was sitting around the 220 mark at a point.
0-2 upcoming, a fastball. Green's able to get a piece of it and stay alive. He was 0 for 3 in last night's game, but he is 3 for 11 against Somerset on the season. He had game 1 of the series off in favor of Dave Lyon. Blue Crabs with a 1-0 lead early on, but with a spot start of Stem, you never quite know what you're going to get on a guy who just found out he was starting about 4 o'clock, honestly. He's pitched great to this point, allowed just 1 hit through the first 2 innings. Has an absolute laser off the bat of Austin Green, a leaping grab from Francoso, and Rodriguez is going to get doubled off of second. I thought for sure that was a double down the line, so did Devin Rodriguez, but instead it's a line drive 5-4 double play. An unfortunate play there will retire the side for the Blue Crabs. They put up no runs on 2 hits, no errors, 1 man left on base, and we'll head to the third. Mike Francoso, the man we saw rob extra bases just now, will lead things off against Craig Stem when we return to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Blue Crabs fans, come celebrate the bluest birthday of them all on Friday night, August 17th. It's Pinch's birthday party with appearances by all of Pinch's mascot friends. After the game, stick around for a post-game cupcake drop brought to you by Pump It Up of Waldorf. That's right, cupcakes raining out of the sky from the outfield with prizes for some lucky contestants. For more information, visit somdbluecrabs.com/promotion or call 301-638-9788.
Hey kids, this is Daryl Thompson from the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Don't forget, every Sunday is Kids Day at the ballpark, brought to you by Waldorf Orthodontics. Every Sunday home game, kids can enjoy a pregame autograph session with me and other players, $3 ice cream helmets all day long, and free admission to Pinch's Playground. Post-game, you can all come on the field and run the bases. For more information, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Hey, this is Casey Delgado, and you're listening to Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Craig Stem back to the mound as the right-hander will face Mike Francoso, Yovan Gonzalez, and Julio Borbone in this inning. Stem's first pitch, a fastball to Francoso, is shot the other way. That's going to get into left field, and the Patriots have the leadoff runner aboard here in the third.
Mike Francoso has had this Blue Crab staff number here in this series. Been about as hot as they come, but if you're Craig Stem, at the very best, it was just a one-pitch hit, so maybe he can get the next batter to roll into a double play and keep that efficiency on the pace.
The next batter is catcher Yovan Gonzalez. Definitely a double play opportunity. If Stem can get that sinker low in the zone, get Gonzalez to roll over on something. First pitch right there for a called strike. 0-1 the count.
The difficulties come with a sinker in that when it's low in the zone and dips down the way it does, not to mention tails, it's hard not to roll over on it. If you try to get under it, you'll end up popping something out. So it's finding that middle ground, just like Francoso did.
0-1, it's another sinker. This one comes a bit too far inside, and the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike on Gonzalez. He did not play in the series opener, but was 0 for 2 with an RBI and a run in last night's game. RBI came on a sacrifice fly in the 6th inning. That scored the final run of the game. It was Mike Francoso. Ground ball back up the middle. Stem leaps. He's unable to get it. Now we'll chase it down. Fire to first in time. A great recovery by Craig Stem as he tried to turn a double play using every bit of that 6'5 frame to get a piece of that ball. Unable to get there, but able to recover for the 1-3 put out and out number 1.
At first I was worried he was making a mistake by throwing it to first. A lot of times people follow up one error with another, but he averted an error altogether by making a very good throw to first.
So that does move the runner into scoring position, though, as Francoso stands on second with 1 out for the top of the order. Julio Borbone digs in. Good lead off of second for Francoso as Garcia begins to creep in. Borbone squares to bunt. He gets a piece of the first one, but it goes straight back behind the catcher Green, and the count at 0 balls and 1 strike.
So now you've shown your cards to the Blue Crabs. They know you want to bunt. You think maybe this could be a situation where Julio Borbone shows bunt, tries to reel Frank Martinez in, and then maybe Francoso swipes third.
We'll see what happens here. Francoso has a huge lead off of second as Garcia now flashes to the base and Stem will step off the back. That is an opportunity. The issue, we saw it in game 1. Borbone laid down a beautiful bunt. Even with Martinez on the edge of the grass, he didn't have a play on it. So he handles the bat really well. If you don't pay enough attention to him, he's going to bunt and get on base. Stem takes that out of the question, though, as he drops a slider in there and gets Borbone swinging over the top of it. 0 balls and 2 strikes goes the count. Great pitch for Stem there. He buried it right at the back foot of the left-handed batter, Borbone. It looked like a strike out of his hand and then just dove in a spot that made it unhittable for a lefty. 0-2 the count. Stem gives a look to second. Now kicks and delivers. That one comes inside. It's going to get past Green and to the backstop. Francoso will move up. It'll be ruled a wild pitch on the arm of Craig Stem as the count will go to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Tough break for Stem, who's been very solid up to this point in the day. And now realistically, outside of a ground out or a pop out to the infield, you got to sit on that strikeout right now if you're Stem.
So the count sits at 1 ball and 2 strikes to Borbone. He's definitely looking for the strikeout, but he's got to be careful not to let anything get by the catcher. A pop-up here to short. Garcia will field. No opportunity for Francoso to advance, and that will get the job done for out number 2 and allow Stem a variety of options to now get out of the inning.
And that's where that sinker becomes so valuable, as we were talking about. If you don't want to roll over, sometimes you try to get under it and pop it up to the infield just like Borbone did.
So 2 down, Craig Massey coming to the plate. Massey 0 for 1. He struck out in his first at bat as a slider comes inside here. 1 ball and no strikes. Stem comes set for the 1-0. Kicks and delivers. This one on the outside corner for a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike goes the count.
And you mentioned the variety of options. Stem will probably go to something peculiar here, maybe not the average pitch.
1-1. He tries to bury that slider again. He got more bone to swing over it, but Massey showing a little bit more discipline, and the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Francoso creeping down that third baseline, trying to score if anything gets by Green, who makes a diving backhand play here. Stem tried to go back to that slider, and it almost got away, but Green didn't let that happen this time, and the count goes to 3-1, but still a run saved there by the catcher.
You know, Brandon, I'm a really big fan of these jerseys the Blue Crabs are wearing tonight. The American flag jerseys. If anybody likes to buy one, come out and participate in the silent auction we're holding here tonight.
Fastball on the outside corner, 3 balls and 2 strikes. It looks almost like a flag is wrapped around them. It's split right down the middle. On the left half, you've got the blue background with the stars. On the right side, you've got the red and white stripes going up. It does the same on the back side. Right in between the numbers is where it splits. Payoff pitch upcoming, a chopper right off of the plate. It's going to stay on the plate, and Green will pick it up. That's a fair ball, and he'll flip it to first to end the inning. So Stem gets out of a little trouble, works around the leadoff hit, and retires the side unscathed. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Blue Crabs looking to add to their 1-run lead. 9-1-2, Angelis Nina. Welcome back to the lineup when we come back to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Cash Beecham, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Are you looking for the latest and best in Blue Crabs gear? Look no further than the newly redesigned and restocked Crab Shack Team Store, anchored by EC Sports. The Team Store features everything from old favorites like game replica hats and t-shirts to novelty items and collectibles. You can visit our Team Store anytime 9 to 5, as well as during all home games. The Team Store is also available online by visiting somdbluecrabs.com and clicking the Store tab.
Hey fans, this is Sam Runyon, right-handed pitcher for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Make sure you come out every Thursday for Foster's Grill Wings and Beer Night. For just $30, you can enjoy a ticket to the game and 2 hours of all-you-can-eat Foster's Wings and all-you-can-drink beer in the Legends Club from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. For more information, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Hey, this is Kalaika Kaho'ohalahala, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
9-1-2 due up for the Blue Crabs here in the inning. Angelis Nino will dig in to lead things off as he's swinging on the first pitch. A fly ball out towards right center field. That's going to get down in the gap and head to the wall. Nino on his way to second. Pacioli will pick it up and fire it in as Nina cruises in. A stand-up double to start the inning here. That's how the Blue Crabs started the first. They put up a run, and they're threatening right away in the third.
Can't say enough about Angelis Nina. He came into this season, coming into his Blue Crabs appearance from the New Britain Bees, under 200 as a Blue Crab, hitting well above 300. He's 8 for his last 16. Now he's 7 for his last 17. Very, very good.
Ryan Strasburger digs in now. He's as hot as they come as he takes the first pitch low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Strasburger 2 for 4 with a double and a run scored in last night's game. He ripped a double in his first at-bat, scored a run to start the game tonight. He's got a man in scoring position and looking to add to his 26 RBI total. As he sends a chopper towards short, Rodriguez will charge and fire to first in time for out number 1.
You mentioned all of those RBIs on the season for Strasburger. He spent a decent majority of this season in the leadoff role, so pretty hard to get a lot of RBIs in that spot in the lineup, but he's still really producing.
Strasburger has served as the leadoff hitter in 18 games. This his 19th appearance at the top spot. He served as the number 3 hitter in 21, so those are his 2 highest spots. So he does get the extra at-bat most days by sitting towards the top of the lineup. That might have helped his total. As Edwin Garcia comes in, first pitch curveball from Reardon, misses high and away. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 pitch, Garcia with a ground ball towards second. Massey will pick it up there and fire to first, as that will retire Garcia. For out number 2, it does move Nina to third base, as Teodoro Martinez will come to bat. Martinez unfortunately not credited with an RBI in the first inning. You can't be credited with an RBI on a double play. So he did get the runner across from third, but no RBI will be added to his total. He'll look to get one now, though, with Nina 90 feet away and 2 down in the inning. Reardon taking his time on the mound. We mentioned he's one of 5 All-Stars heading to Long Island for the Somerset Patriots. Blue Crabs with 5 of their own. As squaring to bunt is Martinez, a drag bunt. A bare hand effort from Reardon. He's not going to be able to get it. And we'll see the official ruling there. It's a bunt single. A hit for Teodoro Martinez. Extends the inning for one of the aforementioned All-Stars. Frank Martinez comes to bat. A beautifully placed drag bunt there from Teodoro Martinez. Not something you typically see with 2 outs, but get on base any way you can.
And I like the idea. I mean, with his speed, it's a very good idea to catch the defense off guard. And why not lay one down?
Runners on the corners, 2 down. Frank Martinez digs into the left-handed batter's box. He grounded out to second base to end the first inning. Reardon's first pitch to him is drilled down the right field line. Hooking, though. Will it stay fair? No, just foul, as Martinez narrowly missed extra bases. And the count goes to no balls and 1 strike on him. A long, loud strike 1, though.
And if anything, that scares Reardon a little bit. He knows Martinez has that pop after knocking one out of the stadium last night. And now first pitch drills one down the line.
0-1 the count to Martinez as he digs back into the left-handed batter's box. Change up, misses low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And it's just so impressive to me that a guy can be as good as Martinez is, hitting from both sides of the plate. That requires double the work that any other batter has, and all batters have to put in a lot of time in the cage.
The 1-1, a fastball catches the outside corner, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Martinez, even more impressive last night. He spent 3 at-bats batting from the left side of the plate, and then in the 9th, they brought in a lefty in Mike Antonini. Martinez switched over to the right side and promptly hit a solo home run off of the clubhouse. Time is called as Martinez steps out to reset behind the left-handed batter's box.
And you just have to imagine you get into a groove left-handed. Can't be that easy to switch over.
Runner off from first as the 1-2 just misses the outside corner. No attention paid to Teodoro Martinez as he moves himself up to second.
That's a tough take by Frank Martinez. A very good eye, but a risky take. Dave Schreck also thought it was out of the zone. So 2 in scoring position. The Blue Crabs could jump on this early.
2 on, 2 outs, and a 2-2 count as Reardon kicks in, delivers. Martinez back up the middle. That's going to hit Reardon in the leg. He'll underhand toss it to first, and that will retire the side. Reardon just gets himself out of damage. A kick save up the middle. And the Blue Crabs unable to capitalize on the leadoff double. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. We'll head to the top of the 4th. Alfredo Rodriguez will lead things off when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Johnny Bladell, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Fans, be sure to join us July 21st for Jurassic Ballpark as the Blue Crabs take on Lancaster. We'll travel back to prehistoric times at the park, even featuring special guests from long ago roaming the stadium. To get your tickets for this exciting event, visit us at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Shopping for groceries in a clean, friendly store? That's smart. Shopping for groceries in a clean, friendly store and saving some money while you're doing it? That's wise. At Wise Markets, you'll find all your favorite brands, prices you'll appreciate. That means more meat for less money, more dinner for less dinero, and more milk for less moolah. Stop by a Wise Market today.
Eat better, spend less, that's wise.
Hey, this is Andrew Daniel, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Welcome back inside Regency Furniture Stadium. Andrew Banstra alongside my broadcast partner, Brandon Bulanda, as we get set for the second third of this ball game. Craig Stem on the bump. He'll miss outside on his first pitch to the first batter he sees here in the 4th in the form of Alfredo Rodriguez. Rodriguez digs back in, wiggles the bat, and prepares for the 0-1. It'll be drilled over, a chopper to third, and Martinez slings it across the infield. The tag secures out number 1 by Devin Rodriguez. That'll put out Alfredo Rodriguez for out number 1. That brings up Danny Dorn. Last time he was up, he recorded the third out of the first inning when he flew out to the shortstop. Dorn batting .265 on the year, 21 home runs, make that 21 RBIs, coming on 1 home run.
Time will be called here. It looks like a ball has come out of the kids' park and onto the field. And Nina, the second baseman, will take the trip all the way out there to toss it back into the crowd.
Give Stem just a second to resettle. Maybe he didn't need it after he started this inning on a roll. Regardless, he'll face a lefty in Danny Dorn. Dorn digs in, covers the plate well, and drills the first one he sees well foul and out of play for strike number 1.
You mentioned on Monday Dorn spent some time with the Arizona Diamondbacks. A first baseman, unfortunately for him, blocked by one of the best in the game, and Paul Goldschmidt.
We've mentioned situations like that a couple times this year. It's just unfortunate, but it's the way sports work. As another ball fouled, this time it stays inside of the stadium, but gets out of the field of play for strike number 2.
To be honest, Dorn probably wasn't even the second option at first base in the Arizona system. They had a kid named Christian Walker out of South Carolina that hit bombs from the right side of the plate, and he's always been blocked by Goldschmidt. Walker's finally getting his opportunity elsewhere, though.
And Dorn shows that he can do it, at least at this level. He showed his ability at the other, but you mentioned blocked. Not blocked by Craig Stem as he bloops one over Angelis Nina's head. For his first hit of the ball game, it's the Somerset Patriots' second hit of the ball game, coming here in the top of the 4th inning. That brings up Kyle Roller. Roller grounded into a little flip from first to a covering Craig Stem back in the second inning. He recorded the first out of that inning. He'll come up with one on and one down. Digs into his box, and he'll swing at the first pitch, a big swing from Kyle Roller, but doesn't quite get it going, and he'll hit back into the netting. A big, big crowd here at Regency Furniture Stadium this evening, and they've got the wave going. I love the energy in this park tonight. It's a lot of fun to see this sellout crowd enjoy some baseball here on the 4th of July. The 0-1 to Kyle Roller out of the stretch. Craig Stem comes back with that sinker he's been relying on so heavily this evening. He'll miss with this one, and 1-1 goes the count. The lone Blue Crabs run of this game came back in the bottom of the first inning when Ryan Strasburger led off with a double. He was moved over by a ground out and later scored on as we get a pitch across for strike number 2, as he ended up scoring on a double play from Teodoro Martinez. A check over to first, and Craig sets at the belt. One more peek, now he'll lift his leg and deliver home. He'll miss with an elevated fastball, and the count runs to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stem works at a pretty quick tempo. He might have been thrown off by that ball coming into play earlier this evening. He'll come set over on the third base side of the rubber. He toes that rubber. Check to first and a throw home. High and inside fastball comes in for strike number 2. We see the count run full to the batter Roller. Roller undoubtedly has some power in that bat. Showed that over the past couple of years. This year he comes in with 6 home runs, 18 RBIs, and a batting average just south of 200. The full count pitch misses inside to the batter Roller, and that's the first walk of the evening issued by the pitcher Craig Stem. He's been about as efficient as he possibly could be up to this point. First miscue is going to be a big one. It puts 2 on, 1 in scoring position with just 1 down, bringing up Aaron Dudley. Dudley was undrafted out of the University of Toledo just a couple of years ago. He ended up signing with the Miami Marlins. Batted .346 once he moved on to independent ball in the American Association with the normal Corn Belters. And he'll drill this one into the left center gap. That could be 2, maybe 3. Could be a pair of runs as well as one will score. Edwin Garcia gets the cut, and the running stops there, but a good hit and a great piece of hitting from Aaron Dudley is going to land him with a RBI double. That evens the score in this ballgame at 1 apiece. That brings up Justin Pacioli. Pacioli ended the second inning of play with a strikeout. He's trying to change his fortunes this time around. Looking to keep the same pace as Craig Stem.
Aaron Dudley finds that opposite field gap, goes the other way right with the pitch. And is able to plate Dorn to tie it.
Stem comes home with his first pitch to Pacioli. It catches the inside corner for strike 1.
We've seen the numbers on Dudley. He's definitely produced throughout his career. Spent some time in the Frontier League, including an 18 home run, 80 RBI season just a couple of years ago.
This pitch dribbled down the left line. Swung across the infield. Devin Rodriguez has to come off the base. Comes back on to tag the runner, Justin Pacioli. And that is just what the doctor ordered for Craig Stem. The bleeding can stop here, Brandon.
You've got to commend the effort of Pacioli, though. He actually dove towards the inside of the first base bag. The throw brought Rodriguez not only off the base up the line, but also a little bit off to the foul side of the line to try to pick it cleanly. Pacioli tried to take a step in and lay out towards the inside part of that base, but Rodriguez dug it out and laid the tag on in time.
So Stem finds himself having allowed 1 run in this inning, looking to cut the bleeding off right there. He'll have to do it against Mike Francoso. First pitch to Francoso, an off speed that catches downstairs. No balls, 1 strike to Mike Francoso.
Francoso singled in his first at-bat. That was his 3rd hit of the series. He's also got 5 RBIs in the series already. Stem's going to have to be very careful here with the All-Star.
Stem comes home with the 0-1. He'll miss outside, another off-speed, different result. Having to slide his way over to the outside portion of the zone was Austin Green. He's able to block that ball. 1-1 the count. Coming set at the belt is Craig Stem. Long look into Green. Now he's coming home with the 1-1, drilled back into the protective netting, saving all the fans, and 1-2 the count.
Francoso just missed that. He was right on it, right back into that netting. So Stem might not want to go back to that same pitch. Now's a good time to toss that slider up here. Bury it at the bat foot of the lefty. He's just got to be careful and have a little more control of it because he can't afford anything getting by Green at this point or a hit batter.
We'll see what Stem comes with on the 1-2. Comes home, he is that slider, but it didn't quite break the way he may have wanted it to. Count works to 2 balls, 2 strikes for Craig Stem.
Looked like he tried to go back door with that slider and get the outside corner, but it slipped out of his hand a little bit, went a little too low and stayed outside. See if he goes back to it here. He's got a pitch to play with still.
Stem comes home with the 2-2 pitch. Driven over to the right side, Devin Rodriguez bobbles it once but corrals it and puts away out number 3 in the form of Mike Francoso, a guy that's been hard to put out up to this point in the series. For the Patriots, in their half of the 4th, they had 2 hits, scoring 1 run. No errors for the Blue Crabs. 1 Patriot left on base puts us through 3.5 innings of baseball played. When we come back on the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs Broadcast Network, it's Devin Rodriguez, Corey Vaughn, and Angelo Sacco when we return on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Austin Green, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
The Cleveland Indians aren't the only team to have an iconic baseball promotion gone wrong. The Blue Crabs and DC 101 will also be celebrating the anniversary of the Chicago White Sox Disco Demolition Night from 1979. Join us Saturday, July 7th, and receive your very own Disco Still Sucks t-shirt, courtesy of DC 101, while quantities last. To be a part of this explosive event, visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call 301-638-9788.
Hey kids, this is Drake Britton, pitcher for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. If you're under 12 years old, make sure to check out our Chick-fil-A Backfin Buddies program. For just $15, kids will receive free admission to every Friday home game this season, as well as a Backfin Buddies t-shirt and pencil pouch. During the games, all members wearing their t-shirt get to go on the field for the High Five Tunnel, as well as free admission to the kids' park and a free ice cream helmet. For more information, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Hey, this is Jose Gonzalez, and you are listening to the Blue Crab Broadcast Network.
Devin Rodriguez, the first Blue Crab to see the plate here in the bottom of the 4th inning. He'll face off against Corey Reardon. Reardon out for his 4th inning of work, 4 strong up to this point. He's allowed 6 hits. That's a lot for the Blue Crabs, but only 1 run puts him in a good situation. First pitch Rodriguez sees, bobbles off the shortstop. Rodriguez swings it across the infield to his first baseman, Dudley, and what seemed to be dangerous at first was not, and the first Blue Crab is set down on the first pitch he sees.
Reardon stranded 4 runners already. We saw Rodriguez as part of an unfortunate ending to the 2nd, an absolute laser off the bat of Austin Green, but a leaping grab double play from Francoso helped Reardon get out of trouble. So he's had runners all over the base paths. The Blue Crabs have only capitalized with that run in the 1st on a double play.
A first out, put out brings up Corey Vaughn, who takes the first pitch he sees for strike 1. He sees a big gap in left center and comes into this at bat 0 for 12 in the series. He could change that with 1 swing of the bat, and that could be the swing. It goes back, and out of here, and the crowd loves it. Corey Vaughn right on cue, sends one out of this stadium, and the Blue Crabs regained their lead 2-1.
That ball, an absolute line drive off the bat of Corey Vaughn. I didn't know if it was going to sneak up over the mini monster, but it just crept out, his 11th home run of this season.
And what a shot that was for Corey Vaughn, as he'll put the second Blue Crabs run of the game on the scoreboard. Angelo Sanko looking to come follow up, as he's got some power in his bat, does Sanko, to follow up Corey Vaughn. It's always a ever-present threat. He was third in the Atlantic League last season in home runs. Comes into this game with just one on the year after a late join to this Blue Crab squad back in the month of May. Fouls the first pitch he sees over to the right side for strike number 1. Sanko comes into the year batting .244, 1 home run as I mentioned, and 14 RBIs. He singled back in the second to extend the inning just a little bit, and he'll chop one over to the right side. A leaping Aaron Dudley had no problem corralling that chop shot over to first, and that's out number 2 quickly. So realistically, for Corey Reardon, he's had a pretty quick inning here in the inning. Corey Vaughn hit the first pitch he saw over the left field fence. Devin Rodriguez grounded out on the first pitch he saw. A couple of pitches coming over to the batter, Angelo Sanko. That brings up Austin Green. Green comes in on the day, having flown out to the third baseman. The first pitch he sees, an off speed, misses in the dirt for ball number 1. Green digs back into his respective batter's box. Coming out of the windup is Reardon, chopped over to the third base batter's box. Fielding it cleanly was the third base coach, Dave Frisbee. Make that James Frisbee. He'll toss it into the stands. 1-1 goes the count to the batter, Austin Green.
Green has hit the ball very hard in this series. He's just been out in front of a lot of them. We saw 2 line drives into the crowd last night. See if maybe he can wait back on one.
He'll swing through the third pitch of the at-bat for the second strike of the at-bat. You mentioned being out in front. He was a little bit out in front of that pitch. Corey Reardon recognized that, comes in with the off-speed. Reardon with the glove over the face. Now he comes out of the windup. The kick, the delivery, a line drive down the left field. That spells extra bases, 2, maybe 3. Rounding first and getting his way into second standing is Austin Green. He's been pretty dry at home of late. Not showing it here, as this could extend the inning a little bit.
He was out in front of that one a little bit too, but he waited back just enough to send it down into that gap in the left field line and sneak into second. A strong throw in from Dorn, but Green had a good jump and was going hard out of the box, easily in.
That's the second extra base hit of the evening. Make that the third extra base hit for the Blue Crabs. One of those came from Angelis Nina. He's up to the plate now.
Third double, 4th extra base hit with the home run from Vaughn added in there as well. So 3 doubles already for the Blue Crabs. Nina doesn't even need that right here to score a run. If he can just find a single, the outfield's playing relatively deep. I think Green would be able to score with nobody holding him. He's got a good secondary.
He'll take the second pitch he sees on the outside corner. That runs the count up. You see a still very large gap in left center field, as the 1-1 pitch will come in from Reardon as he gets his sign from his catcher. But Brandon, has been a huge gap this whole game.
They've left most of it open as Nina rolls one foul, and it's surprising because we've seen Strasburger already pull it into that gap. We saw Green yank it down the line just now. Vaughn's home run went over that way. Nina's double did go the other way, so it makes sense, but I'm not sure what their plan is. Why, if they think maybe the Blue Crabs can't catch up to Reardon, they've done it and pulled a bunch of balls foul into their own dugout. So I'm not sure what they're seeing that I'm not.
It is quite perplexing. Reardon comes in with the 1-2 to Nina, fouled over to the left side, but it's almost like they're coming in with the game plan of, okay, we're going to play both Teodoro Martinez and Edwin Garcia to try to get them to pull the ball. It makes sense to give them that gap as well as give some lefties that gap. But with pull hitters like Vaughn and some other righties in this lineup, I don't know why you'd still leave that left center gap wide open. Reardon looking to get hitters to go the other way, comes in with the 1-2 with an outside pitch that misses, and the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
The only thing I can think of, Reardon has sat on the outside part of the plate for the majority of the game, so maybe that's his comfort zone as a pitcher. So they're playing the fielders to his strength, which is the outside part, trying to get people to push the other way. But other than that, I can't really think of a reason.
The 2-2 drilled over to short. That could spell a run. Austin Green will round third and cross home. The crowd loves it, and so does Angelis Nina as he claps his hands over at first base. That was a big-time hit, and the Blue Crabs have now played it 3 runs already, and we're only in the bottom of the 4th inning.
I thought Rodriguez had a play on that. I thought he was going to be able to at least keep it in the infield. I never thought he was going to be able to get Nina going to first, but if he keeps it in the infield, Green is unable to score it. Actually hit off of his glove before it snuck out into left. That gave Dorn no opportunity crashing in to fire home, so he tried to keep it in front, ended up giving up the run easily.
Ryan Strasburger, the next batter to face off against Corey Reardon, fouls one back and out of play for strike number 1. Now, Brandon, we were talking about how Reardon wants him to go the other way. Nina just leans all the way over and dribbles the ball in the 5.5 hole. It was pretty unique hitting by Nina, but you'll take what you can get. 0-1 the count, and set over the face is Reardon. The kick, the delivery, and a chopped ground ball over to short. Taking it and taking charge is Francoso. He'll get the easy one, and that puts 3 Blue Crabs out here in this bottom of the 4th inning. That does it for 4 innings of play. The Blue Crabs with an electric bottom of the 4th, scoring 2 runs on 2 hits. No runners left on base and no errors for the Somerset Patriots. Put us through 4. When we come back, it's Craig Stem on the bump once more on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Ryan Strasburger, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Blue Crabs fans, what's more American than baseball and a barbecue cookout? Quite frankly, the two go together like stars and stripes, rockets and red glare, and liberty and the pursuit of happiness. So when you come to Regency Furniture Stadium's all-you-can-eat picnic pavilion, you get both at a great price. The best part is that groups from 20 to 400 plus can enjoy the picnic pavilion, and when you include this home run of a deal with the kids park, paddle boats, and on-field fun, you have a grand slam of an opportunity. Call today at 301-638-9788 to speak with a sales executive or visit somdbluecrabs.com for more information.
This is Rick Meehan, Mayor of Ocean City, Maryland. For everyone who's put off planning a vacation this summer, I've got good news for you. Ocean City, Maryland is a procrastinator's paradise. We've got 10 miles of free beach, an amazing 3-mile boardwalk, golf, fishing, shopping, dining, and free events 7 nights a week, including fireworks, boardwalk light shows, dance parties, and movies right on the beach. It's not too late. Book a visit today at ococean.com. That's ococean.com.
Hey, this is Edwin Garcia, and we are listening to the Blue Crab Broadcast Network.
We're through 4 complete in Southern Maryland. We find ourselves with a 3-1 lead in favor of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs here on the 4th of July in our red, white, and blue crab spectacular event that we're holding this evening. You see the American flag jerseys being worn by the Blue Crabs, celebrating this evening, led by Craig Stem with a solid outing to this point. And his first pitch of the 5th inning comes into Yovan Gonzalez for strike number 1. As we get ready, and now Brandon, go ahead.
Stem's pitched pretty well to this point. Allowed just 4 hits as a ground ball to second here will easily retire the leadoff hitter. He's allowed just 4 hits through his first 4 innings. And again, this is a guy that just found out he was pitching this game around 4 o'clock officially.
So he comes in. Maybe that sometimes can be a good thing, Brandon, that you don't have to maybe try to mentally prepare all day and overthink things. Instead, you just come in and go right after batters. That's what Stem's done today. It may not be the most effective agenda always, but it's working at 8 for Stem as he'll miss downstairs with his first pitch to Julio Bourbon. That's the third time he's seen him today after getting him out a pair of times.
We'll see how long the leash is for Stem. No action yet, but he is at 57 pitches.
Being a typical reliever, that's a lot on the arm as the ball gets through. A lunging Devin Rodriguez. That could be extra bases down in the right field alley, and it is as Julio Bourbon slides into second for his first hit of the day, coming on the way of an extra base hit. Brings up Craig Massey. Massey 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout, trying to change his tides to this point.
Bourbon just snuck that by the bag. I actually thought I was going to hit the first base bag. Rodriguez had no chance of that. He was playing in a little bit in case of a bunt from Bourbon, who we've seen handle the ball relatively well, or the bat, relatively well to this point.
So Craig Massey will dig into the left-handed batter's box. He'll face Stem for the third time of the evening and take the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. Runner in scoring position comes from Julio Bourbon at second, and 1 down for the Patriots.
You got to keep an eye on Bourbon even out there at second. He leads the Patriots in stolen bases this year. He's up near 20 already, and he's got a solid lead out there. If Stem sleeps, he could steal.
He thought about it with a dance off of second, but a ball's going to be hit deep into left field, giving chase. Ryan Strasburger, and he'll come up with an incredible catch. What a play by Strasburger. If there's no mini monster out there, Brandon, that's a robbed home run.
Strasburger went up at the wall. That wall is about as hard as they come. There's no climbing it like you see in some other situations where it's padded and you can get your cleats dug in and climb up. There's no climbing that wall. So Strasburger just put his back against it, leaped up, and at the top of his grab, caught it. Brett Jody's actually going to come out and argue that it hit the wall prior to the glove of Strasburger. I don't see a way that they can overturn this, though.
Yeah, not to mention, you mentioned how hard it is. It's basically a wooden hollow substance, so if it was to have hit that wall first, you easily would have heard it hit the wall. So my guess is that maybe just getting some fire in his players. The Patriots already clinched a playoff spot earlier today. Coach still wants some fire coming out of their players, but regardless, it will be called out number 2.
Looks like we've got a pinch hitter here. Scott Kelly's going to come in for Alfredo Rodriguez. Maybe that was what they were talking about. He might not have been arguing after all. They were talking about Kelly coming in, but we'll never know until after the game, at least, when you get the chance to talk to Brett Jody and see what that was about.
We'll have to wait on that as Scott Kelly will come up in the box to try to plate a run that stands in scoring position. He'll take the first pitch he sees inside for ball number 1.
Rodriguez exit after going 1 for 2 in the game.
Kelly now comes up. He'll face a Craig Stem that's gotten some defensive help but also done a lot himself today. He'll dribble the second pitch he sees over to the left side. Hits over towards the Blue Crabs dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Kelly, 27 years old, 5'8", 171 pounds. He was undrafted out of college. He's played all 5 of his professional seasons with Somerset. He also played foreign ball in between 2 of those seasons as the third pitch comes in missing and the count goes to 2-1.
Kelly has been fantastic for Somerset throughout his career, but he's into a mighty slump this year to start the year. He was their everyday third baseman at the beginning, has since fallen off, and now Mike Francoso stepped into an all-star role. So Kelly has lost a lot of playing time due to that.
A dribbler to Edwin Garcia spells a 6-3 putout, putting the Patriots away in their half of the 5th inning. We see 1 hit score, no runs, no errors, make that 1 runner left on base for the Patriots. That puts us through 4.5 innings of baseball played. When we come back, it's the Blue Crabs up to bat. They'll do it with Edwin Garcia, Teodoro Martinez, and Frank Martinez when we return on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is David Wayne Russo, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Calling all Jedis, please report to Regency Furniture Stadium on July 28th for Star Wars Night as the Blue Crabs take on Long Island. This night will feature an appearance by Jedi Saber Combat and a post-game fireworks spectacular. For more information on this or other exciting events throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or you can call us at 301-638-9788.
This is Brandon Compton, right-handed pitcher for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Join our team every Friday home game as we honor those who serve our country by remembering everyone deployed. Every Red Friday, the team will wear red jerseys brought to you by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. All active and former military members receive $5 tickets with their ID. For more information or to get tickets today, please visit us online at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
And you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Edwin Garcia, the first Blue Crab to see the plate here in the bottom of the fifth. They avoid some danger to the Blue Crabs in the top of the fifth, coming off of a web gem of a play from the left fielder, Brian Strasburger. Garcia comes up 1 for 2 on the day. He's really struggled of late, turned that around back in the first inning. He'll come up looking to change his tides even more as he shows bunt, but pulls back, and that means ball number 1 as home plate umpire Dave Schreck agreed. Calls it a ball, and that puts the count to 1-0 to the shortstop, Edwin Garcia. Last year's team MVP, Garcia, will step back in. Await the 1-0 from Reardon. It catches the outside corner, and the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Reardon, the former 6th-round draft pick back just a decade ago by the Colorado Rockies, will rock and fire, come back with the 1-1. A very good pitch, painting the corners was Reardon, and the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Straight up infield alignment, but you see a little bit of shading over towards the right field area by the center and right fielders, respectively Bourbon and Pacioli. As staying alive is Garcia. The count stays at 1-2 after Garcia fouls one out of play. Garcia came into this ballgame 0 for 16 over the last 5, 1 for 37 in the last 10. He does have a hit here tonight in tonight's ballgame. The shortstop sees the rock and fire and an off speed that's going to miss a little bit outside, so trying to work this low pitch count to this point of Reardon's. Reardon has been about as efficient as they come, pinpoint precision and just pounding the zone. How about 43 strikes to just 13 balls thrown? Coming home with the 2-2, that's dribbled over to the right side. Taking it is the shortstop Rodriguez. He'll swing it across the infield. A bad throw was corralled by Dudley, who slaps the tag on Edwin Garcia for out number 1. So not too much communication there on the left side of the infield, but getting the job done was Rodriguez, and that puts the first Blue Crab of the inning away, bringing up Teodoro Martinez. Teodoro digs back in. He'll come up with none on and 1 down. Same defensive alignment, some straight up from the infield, a little bit of shading from the outfield, and the first pitch to Teo is going to miss just a little bit outside. Count runs to 1 ball, 0 strikes to the batter Teodoro Martinez. Martinez digs back in and sees the second pitch. This one will catch the zone as an off-speed did its job, working its way back in, and the count runs to 1 ball and 1 strike. Martinez, brother of Jose Martinez, the first baseman for the St. Louis Cardinals, who's been tearing it up in his 3 seasons, batting a career .308 as a nice play from the third baseman Francoso robs Teodoro Martinez of what looked like it may have had the chance of being a base hit. No, said Mike Francoso, and that puts 2 down just as quickly as they came up for the Blue Crabs. And that'll make way for Frank Martinez, the switch-hitting third baseman, who's hitting .314 on the year. 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of groundouts. Both were recorded as the third outs of their respective innings, coming both in the first and third. Third time facing Corey Reardon on the day, in the first pitch of that at-bat fouled in between the legs of Martinez, and 0-1 goes the count. Reardon a starter, but working out of the stretch for this whole game today. As Martinez will dig back into the left-handed batter's box and prepare for the 0-1 from Reardon. Reardon rocks back and fires, and a smoked ball over to the right side is going to get just a little bit foul off the lumber of Frank Martinez. That's not the first time that he's drilled one today that's escaped fair play by inches. Back in his first at-bat, the first pitch he saw was drilled with home run distance down the right field line, but it just escaped fair play at the last moment. Down to his last strike of the at-bat is Frank Martinez, looking to extend it in any way, shape, or form possible. Catcher Gonzalez sets up on the outside corner. That's where Reardon fires, but he'll miss just a little bit too much outside for home plate umpire Dave Schreck's liking. And we see the count run to 1 ball and 2 strikes. A 3-1 lead the Blue Crabs hold here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and Frank Martinez looking to do his job as the cleanup and extend it. Chin music fastball coming off the right hand of Corey Reardon will make the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. So we mentioned the pinpoint precision of Reardon combined with Frank Martinez wanting to extend this at bat and the pitch count effectively in any way possible. He's done that with back-to-back balls. As the third in a row is going to miss outside and just a little bit low, skipping its way across the dirt you see around home plate. It is the 4th of July, and a great job by our grounds crew having the red, white, and blue stripes surrounding the home plate area dirt. Martinez comes in looking to make the Blue Crabs hit column run to double digits on the day as they currently sit at 9. Towering fly ball over to left field doesn't spell any success for the Blue Crabs as Danny Dorn puts one in the back of his glove for out number 3. 3 up, come up, and 3 up, go down for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs here in the bottom of the 5th. No runs, no hits, no runners left on base, and no errors come up with an empty inning for the Blue Crabs. A 3-1 score sends us to the top of the 6th. We'll be right back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
The Atlantic League's biggest stars are coming to Long Island this summer. See them all on Wednesday, July 11th at the 2018 Atlantic League All-Star Game, presented by Good Samaritan Hospital Medical Center. The top players from the Liberty and Freedom divisions will take the field for the Midsummer Classic, as well as the pregame Dig Me Home Run Derby. Following the game, all fans in attendance will enjoy the biggest fireworks spectacular of the season. Get your tickets for the 2018 All-Star Game today by visiting liducks.com/All-Star or calling 631-940-TIXX.
This is Austin Green from the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Join us every Tuesday home game as we turn 2 with our new Double Play Tuesdays. These nights, tickets are buy one, get one free in the box office, as well as BOGO on select items at the concession stands. For more information or to get tickets today, please visit us online at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Hey, this is Drake Britton, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Craig Stem back to work here in the 6th inning. Brandon Milanda back here. Blue Crabs with a 3-1 lead as Stem will face the 4-5-6 in the Somerset lineup. First pitch fouled off 0-1. I'm joined by a special guest. Tonight, the fireworks and 4th of July game is brought to you by Johns Hopkins Community Physicians. I'm joined by one of the practice administrators, Michael Ferraro. Michael, welcome into the booth.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So, this is Johns Hopkins' first year with the team. How long have you been with Johns Hopkins?
I myself been with Johns Hopkins for about a year now.
So, this is your first year. You had a big part in getting Johns Hopkins into this stadium, is what you told me, that this was something that you were interested in. You're a baseball fan. You made it happen with the help of some of your other people that you talked about. I think you mentioned Jessica helped out a lot.
Correct, yes.
So, what enticed you about the Blue Crabs and this facility, and especially this 4th of July game?
Well, baseball is such a favorite pastime for most individuals, most Americans around here, and I felt that it would be good for us to reach out and give something back to the community that we are trying to help the best way we could, and the best ways you can help is to make community happy, and fireworks makes everybody happy.
A huge fireworks show. I don't know if you've gotten any info on it, but I got a kind of sneak preview yesterday. We had a 5-minute show yesterday as a warm-up. I'm told this one's going to probably double that.
Nice.
So you guys are making big things happen out here tonight for
Well,
us.
that is great. I hope everyone really enjoys it.
Last year, 4th of July, we broke our team record as a fly ball sent out to left. We haven't gotten the announced attendance today. Last year was up over 8,300. I think we're going to push that here again today. But talk a little bit about Johns Hopkins, what you guys do. Obviously not with the Blue Crabs, but in general, what you guys do and what you provide to the Southern Maryland area in this, your 10th season here in local Charles County.
Well, Johns Hopkins Community Physicians, we provide world-class health care to the citizens in the area in Southern Maryland. We provide care to both adults and pediatrics. We are Johns Hopkins, so we are innovative in the care that we give, innovative in the technology that we use. So we can give you everything that you would need medically for yourself, for your family, and to get you to where you need to be at a healthy, positive state of mind and body.
So you said this is your first year with Johns Hopkins. What do you do within that organization, and how do you help do everything you just said that you guys do?
Well, as the practice administrator, I run the day-by-day operations. I ensure that my staff have what they need, supplies, equipment, and the medical technology necessary to provide that world-class health care. I do it. I have a love for it. I've done it for many years now, and I want to make sure that we give back to the community that's helped given us so much.
As the 2-1 from Stem is fouled off, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now, I believe you told me you were ex-military, correct? So today has
Correct.
a little bit more of a meaning for you. What did you do there? What branch were you in, etc.?
I was in the Army for 10 and a half years. I was an infantry medic and an infantry nurse with the 101st Airborne Division. Retired 3.5, almost 4 years, got out Fort Belvoir.
Thank you for your service. I know 4th of July has a little bit of a different meaning for you than it may for the rest of the people that are out here enjoying the hot dogs, hamburgers, etc. You were out there making it happen, making it continue as a high fly ball off the bat of Kyle Roller here. Teodoro Martinez back at the track, a long home run. That one left the entire park. Kyle Roller got all of that one, and that'll put the second run on the board for the Patriots, 3-2.
Well, let's hope a young fan got a good, nice little present going home.
Yeah, a couple of fans out there running after it. A couple of younger fellas. I saw one dive on it as he got the job done. But 4th of July has a little bit of a different meaning. Do you talk about, I never got to do it. I've never been a part of the military. What is the 4th of July like in the armed forces?
It's a special day. It's a unique day for us. It helps us remember who we are, remember who's come before us, remember what we do and why we do it. And it's to ensure the freedom for everyone here, everyone in the park, our family, our friends, and everyone around by us.
Everything you guys do makes it possible for these, I'm going to go out on a limb and say 5,000 plus here We've got 400 out in the picnic area right now, sitting enjoying hot dogs, burgers, all you can eat everything. The fireworks coming later as a fly ball to shallow center. Vaughn charging on will make the catch, 2 down. But you in the armed forces make it all possible to allow these people to sit, relax comfortably, and enjoy what's going on without having to worry about some of the stuff you see in the news every day.
We try. We definitely try. We want to make sure that you all here are comfortable, safe, secure, and free to do what you want to do.
You said you're a baseball fan. Who are you a fan of?
I'm a New Yorker, so I'm a fan of the Yankees.
I was actually just in New York just last weekend, I believe. I spent some time up in New York with my family. Checked out – Yankees were on the road, so I checked out Citi Field. Didn't get to Yankee Stadium, but I'll get back. I'm actually going to New York next week. The All-Star Game's coming up for the Atlantic League. Next Wednesday, the All-Star Game will happen in Long Island.
And Long Island Ducks.
The Bethpage Ballpark, as a line drive through the left side of the infield, is going to get through for a single. So Long Island Ducks will host the All-Star Game. So Blue Crabs are sending 5 guys up there. I'm going as well.
Nice.
So we'll be up there in a couple of weeks. Another trip to New York and, a brief stand. Where are you from in New York?
I am from actually Ronkonkoma, about 15 minutes from the stadium.
There you go. That'll work. So what do you think of those Yankees this year? They beat my team today and yesterday. I'm a Braves fan. I'm from the South.
They're a young team, but I think their biggest problem is going to be in the next year or two. Once those contracts come up, they're going to have to figure out who to pay.
Severino is one of my favorite guys to watch, honestly.
And don't get me wrong, Judge is amazing, but John Carlos, he just strikes out way too much, and he's just way too streaky for my liking.
I'll give you that. He provides a lot of power. It's exciting to watch. I actually went down to the All-Star Game, the MLB All-Star Game in Miami last year, and was at all 3 events, the Futures Game, the Home Run Derby, and the All-Star Game. And some of the balls Judge hit in that Home Run Derby, I don't know if they've landed almost a year later.
500-plus feet is just brutal shots.
But honestly, the guys like Severino are the ones that entertain me. I'm more of a pitcher guy. I don't know why. I've just always been more keen to 2-1, 3-2 games like we got going on here than I am the offensive explosions. Obviously, those are fun to watch. A home run like Kyle Roller's just now is fun to watch. But guys like Severino that are able to consistently go out there and shut people down, and the bullpen, I'm not really a Yankees fan, but I appreciate good pitching when I see it.
Yeah, it's funny you mention with the pitching, too, is, yes, home runs are always fun to watch, but I know the talk lately in Major Leagues has been about the National League and the designated hitter and bringing them in and whether or not they want to bring them in and how it affect the game as a whole.
What is your take on that? As a ground ball here to second will retire the side. What do you think the NL should do?
I think they should leave it as is. Designated hitter's great and all, but you need the pitchers, and you need to have pitchers up.
So 4th of July, spectacular outing so far from Craig Stem. He's through 6 innings. The Blue Crabs got a 3-2 lead. Johns Hopkins Community Physicians making it all happen. Michael Ferraro, thank you so much for your time with me.
Sir.
And thank
Appreciate
you so much for your service and what you do to the community right now. So we'll step away here. Bottom of the 6th, Blue Crabs will look to extend their lead a little further. They're going to try to make it 2+. They'll send up some powerful bats when we come back. Devin Rodriguez, Corey Vaughn, and Angelo Sonko on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is James Frisbee, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Blue Crabs fans, be sure to join us July 6th as we celebrate Blue Crabs star Daryl Thompson. That night, as part of our Red Friday series, we'll be handing out a Daryl Thompson red bobblehead brought to you by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. Bobbleheads will be handed out at the front gate as fans enter while supplies last. Be sure to get your tickets today at somdbluecrabs.com or call 301-638-9788 to be part of the fun. Washington sports fans, rock your red, wear your curly W's, and break out your burgundy and gold for Washington Sports Night on Friday night, August 10th. That night, there will be a special Washington Sports t-shirt giveaway for the first fans in attendance, so arrive early. And don't miss a special appearance by the Racing Presidents from Nationals Park. To get your tickets today, stop by the E-Trepid box office, visit somdbluecrabs.com, or call 301-638-9788.
this is Ryan Chafee, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Devin Rodriguez, the first Blue Crab batter to come up here in this half of the inning. Facing off a new pitcher for the Somerset Patriots. Coming on the mound, Vince Molesky. And the first pitch from Molesky will miss outside for ball number 1. Andrew Banstra back on the play-by-play after a great interview that we just saw here, this beautiful 4th of July celebration on the evening. A ball's drilled down the right field line. Devin Rodriguez shrugging his shoulders to say, I thought that was fair, to the first base umpire, Tom Gandolfo. Gandolfo disagrees, and that'll send Rodriguez right back over to the first base batter's box. And that'll bring up a 1-1 count. So a ball inches away from spelling yet another time in this game where the Blue Crabs have the opportunity to put up a big run to start off the inning. Devin Rodriguez is unable to do so. So Rodriguez will step back in. A set at the belt from Molesky, and he'll come home with the 1-1 pitch. That'll miss well inside. That pitch had to be danced out of the way of by Devin Rodriguez, rocking that 4th of July celebration uniform. Sold-out crowd here at Regency Furniture Stadium. Everybody enjoying the red, white, and blue Crabs festivities as Rodriguez has a dribbler up the middle, no problem for the second baseman, Massey, who swings it on to his counterpart, right-sided infielder Aaron Dudley for out number 1. That brings up Corey Vaughn, and we all remember what he did last time he came up to the plate. He came up 0 for 12 in the series, and the first pitch he sees was absolutely crushed and sent over that left field mini monster, perched over towards that area we see the picnic deck. Vaughn will look to do something similar this time, even if not quite a home run, as the first pitch he sees has home run distance until it hangs up quite farther than it initially appeared. The first pitch hit over to the right side by Vaughn, and a lazy fly ball spells out number 2 for the Blue Crabs quickly. 2 come up and 2 go down. That'll bring up Angelo Sanko. Sanko comes into this at bat, coming into the game 1 for 2. Back in the second, he had a single over to the right side, and he followed that up in the 4th with also a hit to the right side, but it was gloved by the first baseman, Dudley. Sanko, the lefty, sees a big shift, not just in the infield, but also in the outfield, shaded over towards his pull side. First pitch he sees misses just a little bit outside. And we see the count run to 1-0 to the lefty. A leg kick and a fire home. Checking down to the third base umpire, Larry Rosenberg, who says no, he did not go. Speaking of the check swing from Angelo Sanko, and 2-0 goes the count. Molesky will come back. He'll study the signs of his catcher. That is Jovan Gonzalez. Sanko, for the 3rd time on the day, drills one over to the right side, but yet again, Dudley is going to put it away for out number 3. No trouble for Molesky. In his first inning of work, puts down 3 Blue Crabs in order. No hits, no runs, no errors, no runners left on base. Puts us through 2/3 of a ball game, and the Blue Crabs leading this one as we head into the last third. We're through 6 complete, and when we come back, it's Craig Stem back on the mound for the Blue Crabs when we return on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Blue Crabs fans, every season we can't do it without you, so on Sunday, September 16th for the regular season finale, it's Fan Appreciation Day. This night will feature a special t-shirt giveaway, as well as a pre-game team autograph session and post-game Kids Run the Bases. Stop by the Regency Furniture Stadium box office, call 301-638-9788, or visit somdbluecrabs.com today to get your tickets.
Hey kids, are you ready to be a superhero? Join us September 1st for Superhero Night, presented by Pump It Up of Waldorf. This night you will receive your very own superhero cape to help Pinch and the Blue Crabs defeat the Road Warriors. The night will also feature a post-game fireworks spectacular. Get your tickets today at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Hey, this is Andrew Daniel, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Sam Runyon, the new arm on the mound for the Blue Crabs, relieving Craig Stem after a brilliant 6 innings of work. He allowed just 2 runs in those innings, 7 hits. That's the final line score on the day for the starter, Craig Stem. A spot start and a beaut for Craig Stem will be relieved by Sam Runyon, who's been as dominant as they get. First pitch to the batter, he will see. That batter, Yovan Gonzalez. Gonzalez 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of groundouts. Craig Stem comes in with an 0-2 record, a 1.5 ERA here in his 32nd appearance on the year as he misses upstairs for ball number 2. So 2-0 the count. The rest of the numbers on the year for Stem: 30 innings pitched, 16 hits allowed, only 7 runs, 5 of them earned. How about 5 walks to 37 strikeouts? And hitters are hitting a minuscule 158 against the big right arm as he'll miss outside once again, and we see the count squander over to 3-0 from Runyon. He rocked a .69 ERA going into his 30th appearance, in which he allowed a pair of runs in that 1 inning of work, a rarity off the right arm of Sam Runyon. He'll come across the plate with a get-me-over fastball, spelling the first strike of this top of the 7th inning, and it comes to Yovan Gonzalez. Gonzalez was 0 for 2 in last night's bout against the Blue Crabs. He found himself scoring a run as well as an RBI to tally onto his season totals. Fouls one off, and Runyon's worked back from a 3-0 count, working his way full. See as much of a straight-up defense as you could have. Just about everybody, not just in the infield, but the outfield as well, playing about where they typically would. Setting up on the outside is Green. That's where the pitch will be. But issuing a walk in the first of the evening from Sam Runyon will put Yovan Gonzalez on. A leadoff runner brings up the top of the order for the Somerset Patriots in the form of Julio Bourbon. Bourbon comes into this at bat 1 for 3 on the day. That one came with a 1-out double coming back in the 5th inning. Frank Martinez has a feeling Julio Bourbon may try to lay one down, so he'll come in well on the grass over at third base. Runyon comes home. Bourbon shows bunt, but fouls it back towards the protective netting. No balls, 1 strike to Bourbon. We've already seen Bourbon lay down at such a good sacrifice in this series that he ended up getting himself a base hit out of it. Also, earlier in this game, he tried to lay one down but fouled it back and didn't think about it after that. Martinez still thinks he may be thinking about that, so he'll lay in on the grass. Showing bunt again is Bourbon, once again unable to get it into fair territory, so you'd have to imagine the bunt sign is off with none down and 1 on for Bourbon. Bourbon spent his fair share of time up at the biggest level that you can possibly make it to in the form of the MLB. Get you the rest of those numbers after that pitch. Bourbon receives the 3rd pitch he sees on the evening. It's going to be fouled over to his right side, his pull side, and 0-2 will remain the count. Julio Bourbon spent a lot of time in the MLB, about a total of 6 seasons. He spent 3 years with the Texas Rangers. He also spent a year with the Cubs as well as a year with the Baltimore Orioles. He's a career .273 batter. Pretty darn good off the left-handed bat of Bourbon. Runyon comes home with the 0-2 pitch, dribble over to the left side, and Angelis Nina tries to turn two, but he just gets the easiest one he possibly can. That's the first out of the inning. It'll put one runner back where he was over at first, and that brings up the second batter in the batting order of Craig, make that of the Somerset Patriots, in the form of Craig Massey. Massey comes into the day with a sorrowing 0-for-3 effort. Strikeout, a ground out, and a pop fly over to right. Pretty much sums up the day for Massey. First pitch from Runyon misses well outside, and it'd be safe to say he's had a little bit of control issues up to this point in the day, considering what Runyon's been able to do on the season.
Runyon's been one of the most dominant pitchers in the league to this point in the season. He's struggled as of late, though. After 18 straight scoreless appearances, he's given up runs in 2 of the last 3.
Runyon will miss outside yet again, and you wonder if he's into his own head. But something that can't be taken away from him is he was selected as an Atlantic League All-Star, as those All-Star rosters were unveiled just a couple of days ago. Set on the pitch, the runner goes, a toss down to second, and Austin Green is well late. That'll score Julio Bourbon a stolen base and put one in scoring position and a 2-1 count.
No chance there for Green behind the plate. That base was stolen off of Runyon, no doubt, as they had a huge jump on him, and that's going to bring Green and Runyon out to talk about the signs with a runner on second.
It appears that they have the signs solidified, and Craig Massey will continue his at-bat. Massey steps back into his left-handed batter's box with a 2-1 count, 1 on and 1 down. Still about as straight up as you can be as far as the defensive positioning standpoint goes. And Massey didn't like how long Runyon was taken out there on the bump, so he calls time, and the count will sit at 2-1. Massey taps the plate a couple of times with the end of his bat. He'll put it on his shoulder, prepare for the 2-1. A leg kick and a delivery. Runyon misses inside, and Runyon will work the count to a hitter's count to Massey, 3-1. You see Massey wiping the sweat off of his face. That has in large part to do with how hot it has been of late in Southern Maryland. Runyon looking to avoid a walk. He'll come set and come home with the pitch. Misses high and outside, and Sam Runyon came into this appearance with just 5 walks on the year as opposed to 37 strikeouts. Runyon struggling a little bit today. He's faced 3 batters and walked 2 of them. And that'll bring James Frisbee out to the mound. No action in the bullpen of yet. So my guess is Frisbee's just telling Runyon, realistically, you are one of, if not the best reliever statistically in all of the Atlantic League. You're doing just fine. You've still got a double play ball in your back pocket. Makes you 1 pitch away from putting this inning away. The batter he'll have to do that to is Scott Kelly. Kelly subbed in at shortstop for Alfredo Rodriguez back just a couple of innings ago. Kelly 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out to the shortstop, Edwin Garcia, coming back in the 5th. Runyon's first pitch to Kelly finds its way into the outside portion of the strike zone, and the first strike has crossed to the batter Kelly, 0-1. Runyon studies his signs from his catcher, Austin Green. He likes what he sees, and he'll come set with the glove by the face. The pitch and a delivery, a check swing from Kelly, is called a full swing by the home plate umpire, Dave Schreck. Runyon may have struggled to start out this inning, but it appears whatever James Frisbee said to him in that mound visit got through his skull, and the count runs to 0-2. Blue Crabs want to strand that runner desperately with a 3-2 lead. A chopper over to third. Frank Martinez scoops it up and swings it over across the infield to his counterpart, corner infielder, for the second out of this 7th inning. That'll put runners on second and third for the cleanup hitter, Danny Dorn. Dorn comes in on the day 1 for 3 when he had that single back in the 4th inning. He later scored.
He came around on that Aaron Dudley double. I thought that was going to score 2 at the time. Had it, it would have tied, or it would have been a tie game right now. But instead, Roller holds at third, and Stem's able to dance out of danger in that inning.
A nasty curveball comes across from Sam Runyon, swinging right over it. Just confused is Danny Dorn. He didn't know what to do with that pitch.
Speaking of getting out of danger, Sam Runyon's going to have to do that right now. He's been the best in that category on the year. He's gotten out of firestorm after firestorm. Let's see if he can do it again.
Another curveball, this time laced into right field. It'll get in front of the right fielder, Teodoro Martinez, and a strange hop will escape his outstretched glove. An RBI single, scores 2. And just like that, the Somerset Patriots have jumped out into a 4-3 lead.
He went to that curveball back-to-back times. The first one was a beautiful pitch. The second one sat a little bit belt high and unfortunately allowed Dorn to get a hold of it and dip it in front of Martinez. It's going to be a single and an error that advances the runner to second. 2 RBIs will be credited to the batter, though.
That brings up Kyle Roller, looking to extend this inning even further. First pitch he sees is a change up high that finds its way into the strike zone, and no balls, 1 strike, the count to the designated hitter, Roller.
Roller's last at bat, he hit an absolute bomb that got out of the entire stadium to right field.
Looking to replicate that at bat. Runyon not going to give him a chance to do so on that pitch, as he'll miss well high and well outside for ball number 1.
We've mentioned Roller's struggles as far as average goes. He's definitely got the power. He leads the Patriots in home runs on the season.
The 1-1-2 Roller, a curveball missing outside, and 2 balls and 1 strike goes the count.
So Runyon has now allowed runs in 3 outings since going 18 scoreless. He didn't allow a run from May 19th to June 26th, and now has given up a couple straight outings.
He was almost put on the bump just about every night, and why wouldn't you if he's as dominant he was through those innings? James Frisbee, the head coach, still going to give him those opportunities. He knows how dominant Runyon can be. As Runyon misses with ball 3, 3-1 goes the count to Roller.
With the pitch count getting a little high, though, Ryan Chafee's going to get up and throw. A walk issued here to Roller. I don't think you can go to Chafee quite yet, as he just got up off the bullpen bench, but potentially this could be the final batter for Sam Runyon in the inning. Ideally, it's because he gets Aaron Dudley out, but we'll see if maybe he reaches. We might see Chafee an inning before expected.
Dudley 1 for 3 on the day with a double. That double came back in that dangerous 4th inning in which the Somerset Patriots plated 1 run. They also plated a run in the 6th, 2 here in the 7th, that up to 4. The Blue Crabs have 3 in the game, so just trailing by 1 run. Runyon will come set after his first pitch to Dudley. He comes home with the second, missing outside, so the count has worked its way to 2-0. Now Sam Runyon can't pound this enough. The man has pinpoint accuracy out there on that hill. Came in with just 5 walks through 30 innings pitched. He already has 3 here in this inning. He'll get Aaron Dudley to chop one off of his own ankle. Dudley comes away limping, but he hasn't leg guard on his right shin, so we'll presume that he'll be just fine. Count works to 2-1 to the batter, Aaron Dudley. Dudley wears number 7 on the back of his navy jersey with a red decal on it. He's playing first base for the Patriots this evening, who just clinched their way into the playoffs earlier today, winning the first half of the season. He gets one smoked into right field. That spells danger for the Blue Crabs, hopping over the outstretched glove of Teodoro Martinez. That'll score 1. Rounding second is Dudley. The second run scores in favor of Kyle Roller, and a 2 RBI triple coming off the bat of Aaron Dudley is going to extend this 7th inning lead that the Patriots have built up to 6-3. Sam Runyon, not a guy that really allows much, if anything at all, off of his right arm. He's allowed 4 runs here in the 7th. The Blue Crabs came in with a sizable lead, but have worked themselves into danger as James Frisbee will come take the baseball out of the glove of Sam Runyon, and that will be the day for him. Coming in to relieve him is Ryan Chafee, and we'll get you everything you ever need to know about the reliever when we return on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Brandon Compton, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Be sure to bring your furry friends out to the ballpark with you on July 22nd for our second of 3 Bark in the Park series. This day will feature a Blue Crabs themed dog leash giveaway brought to you by 98.7 WMZQ with a special performance by Avenue Disc Dogs. To secure your seat today, visit us online at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Ryan Chafee on to relieve Sam Runyon after some struggles here in the top of the 7th. Have plated 4 Somerset Patriots runs. That brings up the new batter to face off against Ryan Chafee, Justin Pacciolini. Pacciolini, the 8th Patriot to bat here in this 7th inning. He'll face off against Ryan Chafee. Chafee comes in his 33rd appearance on the year. That's a team high, as his first pitch will catch the zone for strike number 1. Chafee's record on the year comes in as 2-0. He has a 4.91 ERA in 29 1/3 innings pitched, as a bouncing curveball somehow gets Pacciolini to swing through it. That had some serious movement on it, folks. You'd have to see it to believe it. 0-2 goes the count off the dirty curveball from Ryan Chafee. He's worked him way into the driver's seat here in this at-bat. If you're in the Southern Maryland area, make sure to make your way out to Regency Furniture Stadium as the Red, White, and Blue Crab Spectacular will continue with an incredible fireworks show this evening. Ryan Chafee coming in relief and showing some fireworks of his own. That wraps us up with 6.5 innings of baseball played. In the inning for the Somerset Patriots, they had 2 hits. They walked 3 times. That was key for them, folks. They left 2 runners stranded. They had no errors, did the Blue Crabs, and that scored 4 runs for the Patriots in the top of the 7th. When we come back, the Blue Crabs will have to work their way back into this game. That'll start with Austin Green, Angelise Nina, and Ryan Strasburg. We'll have it right here for you when we return on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Dr. Milu and the courteous and professional staff at Cancer and Blood Disorders Treatment Center in Waldorf want you to know that for cases of cancer and blood disorders such as anemia, leukemia, and lymphoma, you don't have to travel all the way to D.C. or Baltimore to get high-quality, compassionate care close to home. Established in 1995, Cancer and Blood Disorders Treatment Center offers expertise, experience, and the highest standards needed for successful treatment of cancer and blood disorders. Dr. Milu is excited to be a part of the Blue Crabs family as the new sponsor of the Silver Sluggers program and games for the 2017 season. For more information or to schedule a consultation, call 301-638-1007 or visit cancerandblooddisorderscenter.com.
This is Devin Rodriguez from the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Join us every Tuesday home game as we turn 2 with our new Double Play Tuesdays. These nights, tickets are buy one, get one free in the box office, as well as buy one, get one on select items at the concession stands. For more information or to get tickets today, please visit us online at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Hey, this is Ryan Strasburger, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Vince Molesky back to the mound for the Somerset Patriots here in the bottom of the 7th. The reliever will enter his 3rd inning of work after 4 long innings from Corey Reardon started the day. The right-hander gave up 9 hits and 3 runs through 4, has turned it over to Molesky, who has shut the door from there. He's gone 2 innings, a 1-2-3 frame in both of them, and has retired all 6 batters he faced. And the 8-9-1 will look to do something about that as time is called here. Looks like Brett Jody will come out for another conversation with the home plate umpire, Dave Schreck.
And he points out to Dave Schreck all this smoke that's coming from the picnic area out in left field, I believe. He was pointing out that direction, but now a glove swap is coming for one of the Patriots, as it looks like there may be a substitution.
So, I'm not quite sure what's happening, but we saw a sub earlier. Scott Kelly came in to third base, or to shortstop, excuse me, for Alfredo Rodriguez. Somebody from the infield, maybe Francoso, just went out to center field?
I'm not quite sure, but I believe it was Bourbon who subbed out of the game, and he came off limping, which doesn't really add up considering that he had to have ran out to his position in the first place. So
I think that's Jermaine Curtis in at third base, and I believe Francoso went out to center. We'll get the official word in a second as Molesky kicks and delivers first pitch, a towering pop-up from Austin Green into very shallow left field. Battling that aforementioned smoke is the left fielder Dorn, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out, and now 7 straight retired for Molesky.
He's done nothing but dominate ever since he came in to relieve Corey Reardon. Really, the different stories in this ballgame have been that the relievers have been able to do it thus far for the Patriots, and for the Blue Crabs, they simply have not.
Sam Runyon gave up 4 runs in the top half of this inning. That's not something you're very used to from Runyon, who's been dominant all season long. His ERA is going to take a big hit with that one as Molesky pumps one across the zone here, and the count goes to 0-1. Continuing to work in the strike zone is Molesky.
Runyon came in with 5 walks on the year. He left with 8. He'll come in to that appearance as well, having allowed 5 earned runs. He'll leave with 9.
So we have official word. Francoso out to center, Curtis in at third. So first time we've seen Jermaine Curtis on the year. In the batting order, the change will be straight up Curtis for Bourbon at the top of the lineup. 0-2 the count to Angelis Nina. Nina sends one out towards shallow center, testing Francoso. He comes charging on, not able to get there. Nina with a big turnaround first as the ball skipped by him. but throws the brakes on as Francoso runs it down. And Jaleese Nina have a day, 3 for 3.
Nina's had quite the day, Brandon. That makes him 11 for his last 19. He's come into Southern Maryland and done nothing but dominate.
Trying to get some life back into this crowd, 7,901, the announced attendance here tonight. And Ryan Strasburger has a chance to bring them to their feet. He's got a runner on first, one out in the inning, and takes a fastball in the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike. Both teams with 9 hits. The Patriots have just cashed theirs in, whereas the Blue Crabs have had a couple of double play balls. They've stranded 6 runners, including a couple in scoring position, as Strasburger swings at the 0-1 and fouls it off out of play, 0-2.
You mentioned the crowd. Everybody's here to see a great game of baseball. Strasburger trying to make that game of baseball go in the Blue Crabs' direction.
He's 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored to this point. As coming set now is Molesky. He kicks and delivers. This one misses low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes goes the count on the Blue Crabs leadoff hitter.
Strasburger with doubles to lead off the game in back-to-back nights. Looking to have some late game magic is Strasburger.
Extra bases could potentially score a run. If he reaches, the tying run is on deck in Edwin Garcia, as Strasburger takes outside. Although Garcia has been relatively cold as of late, at any point he could flip it back on. He took his average from 240 to over 300. It's back down to 250, but at any point he can climb it back up. 2-2 cold. Strike 3 on the outside corner as Strasburger goes down looking. A big strikeout there for Molesky, and that's actually just his first of the game, and the first for the entire game for the Somerset Patriots pitching staff.
Couldn't have come at a bigger time. The Blue Crabs trying to string things together with the more hot parts of their lineup. And you mentioned the struggles for Edwin Garcia of late. He does have a hit in this ball game, but outside of that, he's been pretty rough of late.
Looking to turn that around, though, and get Teodoro Martinez up to the plate as the tying run, as Garcia takes low and away, 1 ball and no strikes.
Garcia came into this game 0 for 16 over the last 5, 1 for 37 over the last 10. So you mentioned he's trying to turn it around, and he's been a streaky hitter.
Garcia tries to go the other way here, as that one fouled back off into the netting. So the count evens up, 1 ball and 1 strike on Edwin Garcia. He loves that other way. We saw him try to push one over there just now, but unsuccessful.
And we've been mentioning the shading of the outfield up to this point. Suddenly they've stopped doing it as dramatically as they have been.
Garcia swings out one out of the zone here as he falls behind, 1 ball and 2 strikes in the count. Molesky got him fishing there.
You would think, if anything, they would keep the shift as dramatic as they had been to a batter such as Garcia that likes to hit the ball the other way so much.
Very good point as Molesky comes set for the 1-2 to Edwin Garcia. A breaking ball is swung on and missed. Garcia chases a couple out of the zone, and Molesky goes through 3 innings. He allowed his first hit in this inning, but retires the side unscathed nonetheless. He allows no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base, and back-to-back strikeouts in the frame. We'll head to the top of the 8th. Ryan Chafee will return to the mound and look to finish things off when we return on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Shane Watson, and you're listening to Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Blue Crabs fans, Vicelli Pizza, known to have the best pizza in town, is offering you 20% off your order. That's right, 20% off. Just use code 779 to take advantage of this limited time offer. Vicelli offers pizzas, pastas, subs, wings, salads, and more. You can place your order for pickup or delivery online at VicelliPizza, VOCELLI.com, or call 301-705-5858, as well as visiting Vicelli Pizza at their Waldorf location, 11850 Park Waldorf Lane. Vicelli Pizza, delivering classic Italian quality.
Shopping for groceries in a clean, friendly store? That's smart. Shopping for groceries in a clean, friendly store and saving some money while you're doing it? That's wise. At Wise Markets, you'll find all your favorite brands, prices you'll appreciate. That means more meat for less money, more dinner for less dinero, and more milk for less moolah. Stop by a Wise Market today.
Eat better, spend less. That's wise.
Hey, this is Craig Stem, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Ryan Chafee back to work. He'll face the 8-9-1 in the Patriots order. Mike Francoso will lead it off. He was the only batter to not hit last inning, as the Patriots sent 8 to the plate and 4 crossed it again to take a 6-3 lead. First pitch to Francoso, misses outside, 1 ball and no strike. Prior to the start of this inning, we saw Julio Bourbon, who exited the game, walk all the way across the field with the trainer Phil Lee and head back into the locker room. So we wish nothing but the best for Bourbon. Hope he's okay. As a towering pop-up to second base, Nina will handle it there for out number 1. You never want to see anybody leave any game injured on either side, really.
No, you're exactly right. You want to win the game, but never at that expense. And I think the sportsmanship throughout this league has been exercised again and again. So I think it's safe to say that both sides have his well wishes in mind.
So now coming to the plate, Jovan Gonzalez. He got everything started with a walk last inning as he takes the first pitch for a called strike 0-1. Gonzalez was forced out on a fielder's choice before the offense exploded in the inning. Another towering pop-up towards second. Nina is battling again, but will camp under it and make the play. Those have been 2 of the highest hit balls I've ever seen, back-to-back, right to Nina.
With a dark sky and some lights to obstruct his vision, we've mentioned a couple times, it's very hard to get a major league pop-up like that. And Nina makes it look just simple, to say the least.
It didn't even really look like it phased him, honestly. I tend to agree with you. As now coming to bat for the first time in the series is Jermaine Curtis. Curtis entered for the aforementioned Bourbon and takes first pitch breaking ball outside. We haven't seen Curtis in the series yet, as he takes and the count evens up 1-1. But on the season, the infielder has played in just 2 games for the Patriots. He's still looking for his first hit, as to this point he's 0 for 3. Takes inside 2-1, a relatively new addition to the squad. Count goes to 3-1 here as Chafee falls behind Jermaine Curtis. He began this season in AAA, the Rochester Red Wings of the Minnesota Twins organization, but he hit just 200, 10 RBIs, 14 runs scored in 42 games prior to his release. Shoots one out towards second. Nina will field on a bounce and flip on to first. Angelise Nina makes every out in the inning. And a 1-2-3 inning it was for Chafee. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Blue Crabs need 3, and they've got just 6 more outs to do it. But the heart of the order is coming up in the bottom of the 8th. Teodoro Martinez will lead that off when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hilltop Signs and Graphics is the official signage partner of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs this 2018 season and specializes in custom signage, vehicle wraps and decals, site lighting, and much more. Since 1992, Hilltop's top priority has been providing customers in the DMV area with the highest quality product. Call today at 301-373-7878 to start your project or visit hilltopsignsmd.com for more information. Hilltop Signs and Graphics, where design, fabrication, and installation is our expertise. Blue Crabs fans, your group of 20 or more can join us all season long with any of our several group hospitality areas at Regency Furniture Stadium. Our spacious and modern amenities can entertain your group starting at just $10 per person. The open-air picnic pavilion, upscale Legends Club, or luxury suites provide the backdrop for great nights at the ballpark. Call group sales at 301-638-9788 for more info or to book your group today.
Three, 4, 5 due up for the Blue Crabs here in the inning as Hutchinson will take the mound for the Somerset Patriots here. The southpaw Chase Hutchinson delivers a first pitch fastball to Teodoro Martinez, who fouls it off. 0-1 goes the count. Hutchinson 6'5", 215 pounds. Scottsdale, Arizona. He spent last season as an all-star for the York Revolution.
2-0 record with a 3.92 ERA here in his 25th appearance for Hutchinson.
Teodoro Martinez calls time and steps out of the box. We did see Hutchinson earlier in the series. He's got nasty stuff from the left side for the most part. I don't understand how batters are hitting what they are against Hutchinson to this point in the season, to be honest with you.
I completely agree. He's got some filthy stuff.
0-1 is fouled off the other way out of play, and the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes on Teodoro.
And it may just be that sometimes he puts it at the right arm angle for a right-handed hitter. He shows the ball just a little bit early to a righty, whereas to a left-handed hitter, he hides it until the last second.
0-2 the count to Teodoro. He's a tough strikeout, but Hutchinson has the stuff to get it done. As Martinez fouls this off out of play the other way.
Folks, it's not too late to come join the Red, White, and Blue Crabs event this evening. As Brandon mentioned, a 10-plus minute fireworks show with some tickets into Regency Furniture Stadium. You gotta come see it. It's gonna be spectacular.
This one comes inside, almost catches Teodoro Martinez, who will sprint away from home plate now. No surprised to see the theatrics of Teodoro.
He's something to watch. He really is. He's a fun guy to watch. He plays the game his own way. He sure does. There's nothing more to say than that.
He has fun, and sometimes that gets overlooked in professional sports and baseball, but Teodoro, not for him. He has fun playing the game. 1-2 pitch, he fights it off foul. He plays the game well for the most part, too.
He sure does. You're right, he has fun. There is absolutely zero question that Teodoro Martinez is lacking any amount of fun in the game of baseball.
So Hutchinson will kick off the dirt from the rubber as he gets ready for the 1-2 pitch again. He comes set at the chest, kicks and delivers. Fastball misses outside, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. You've got a righty in Teodoro, a switch hitter on deck in Frank Martinez, and then a lefty in Devin Rodriguez.
Teo came into this game hitting .375 over his last 10.
He pulls one here, hooking quickly towards the line. Will it stay fair? Just foul. That had extra bases written all over it, but instead Martinez will have to retreat back home as he just missed a double. Instead, the count will remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You can look at this two ways. For Teodoro Martinez, he's looking at it as, wow, I have some confidence now, and Hutchinson needs to see it the other way. He needs to think, I forget about that. All it was another strike. And you try to go for the strikeout pitch now.
You still got a 2-2 count. The infield has shifted a little bit to the pull side of Martinez with his last couple of swings. As he goes with the off-speed stuff, 2-2, it misses low and away. And the count goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And Hutchinson needs to make the decision. He's a strikeout-type pitcher, but do you give Teo something to hit that you think he'll get out of, or do you try to keep throwing more and more pitches to a guy that just won't strike out?
The 3-2 upcoming. Teodoro fights it off, and the battle continues here to start the 8th. The Blue Crabs aren't going anywhere. Teodoro Martinez is leading the charge on that. This team has no quit in them. We've seen it over and over, and sometimes not all that successful. As we have mentioned a couple of times in the past, the Blue Crabs are just 2-31 when they trail after 7 innings, but that doesn't mean they give up. Sometimes they just rally a little short. Martinez swings and gets a piece of another one here. He's definitely not quitting on this at-bat.
He sure isn't, but I think you mentioned the effort they always put in. I think that's an extra testament to what they do as a ball team, because if you're 2-31 when you trail after 7 and you still don't give up after all of those losses, it says a lot about the team, and if they can string something together, they're going to be a hard squad to beat.
10 pitches already, pitch number 11. The payoff pitch upcoming. Martinez finally puts one in fair territory. A ground ball to short. Kelly across to first, and Hutchinson wins the battle.
Not before he puts 11 pitches on the arm. And if Frank Martinez can extend it at bat, that's how you open the opportunity to try to put some runs on the board.
Frank Martinez digs into the right-handed batter's box as Teodoro's greeted by every teammate with a high five on his way back to the dugout. Despite the fact that he went down, recognition from his fellow members that he put up a battle just now at the plate. Let's see what Frank Martinez can do as he takes a big cut and swings over 1, 0-1. Martinez 0 for 3 from the left side. Now switches to the right. Last night when he switched to the right side, it came in the bottom of the 9th, and a solo home run ensued. Coming set for the 0-1 is Hutchinson, as this one's fouled back into the catcher, and the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes.
Many around the game of baseball consider an instance in which you have a bat that you see at least 8 pitches to be a quality at bat. So Teo getting some recognition, maybe because of his teammates, maybe they run off of that system, or maybe they just recognize the fight he showed.
Martinez behind 0-2 as Hutchinson comes set and delivers a fastball, comes inside. That's going to catch Frank Martinez as he goes down in a heap at home plate. Martinez is in a lot of pain, as that will bring the coaching staff and the trainer out to have a look at their All-Star.
You mentioned it, the All-Star. We're just a week out from the All-Star break. More importantly, just about a week out from the second half of this season to begin. And to lose statistically your best hitter, that would be very painful for the Blue Crabs. That one looked like it got him right in the ribs, Brandon. Is that what you thought?
It looked like it came in and caught him somewhere like that, correct. The second half of the season starts on Friday. Tomorrow is the last game of the first half. And like you mentioned, to lose somebody like Frank Martinez for any extended period of time right now would be devastating, as Frisbee, the manager, is calling for a runner for Martinez. He's being helped back to his feet. He's still in a lot of pain. This is not a guy Southern Maryland can afford to lose as they move through the year. Martinez being helped off the field, and it looks like Francisco Rosario will be called on to pinch run here.
Well, you see assistant coach Joe Walsh helping him off. You talk about this team and the way that they come together and have these rallies and never give up on games. That right there is a testament to that. First base coach comes in. He could ask somebody else to do it, but he does it himself and helps Martinez off the field.
The thing for me, you've heard me say it a lot, get on base any way you can. I would like to take that back right now. You never want to see a base runner on in that situation. We mentioned it with Julio Bourbon. You never want to see anybody go down for injury, especially not when it's somebody that's provided for the offense the way Frank Martinez has on this 2018 season. Ideally, that hard fastball caught him somewhere kind of flush, and he's able to get the wind back into him. Hopefully it was just the wind knocked out of him, but we'll get any news we can as Hutchinson goes right back inside to Devin Rodriguez. I'm not sure what happened there. Did he swing?
I couldn't tell if he swung or not. On the scoreboard it says he didn't, but I think it was more of a check swing than anything, and Rodriguez found himself off balance, combined with the fact that it was up and in. That's why he ran away.
We've got a check now to the umpire in the field, Larry Rosenberg, who said he didn't swing, so the count goes to 1-0. I don't know that Somerset necessarily agrees with that. I thought he went around. I thought he spun in a circle with the bat crossing the plane, obviously, when you spin in a circle. But 1-0 goes the count. Now Rodriguez swings over a breaking ball. 1-1 it goes now. So an interesting start to this at-bat. The crowd got a little riled up as Hutchinson went inside to Martinez and then inside to Rodriguez, a pair of all-stars. He's not throwing at him, I promise you that, but definitely not scared of that inside part of the plate, as this time he fools Rodriguez with an outside pitch and gets the lefty chasing 1-2.
Devin Rodriguez is a guy that is rarely made look foolish at the plate. He's faced Hutchinson a pair of times in this series. It's the second time that exact same thing has happened. Rodriguez just one of the best contact hitters you're going to see, so a good job by Hutchinson.
We mentioned crafty from the left side, to say the least, as he goes right back to it, and down swinging goes Rodriguez. First strikeout for Hutchinson, and second out here in the inning. He just happens to have the number of Devin Rodriguez to this point, as Corey Vaughn will come to the plate now, 2 down, and a man on first. Vaughn, already with a solo home run in this game, is 1 for 3.
He does have a multiple home run game on the year. That came against York just about a month ago, but I mean, that's the one thing that could give the Blue Crabs some real momentum here.
Hutchinson comes set. Vaughn, with a powerful swing, pushes it the other way out of play, 0-1. A ball over the fence would be ideal in this situation, to say the least. If for no other reason, I trust Angelo Sonko. Sonko's a professional hitter, a great hitter, but Hutchinson had just made one of the best contact lefties in the league, and Devin Rodriguez look foolish. If Vaughn just gets on base here, you're looking at that lefty-lefty matchup again, and it's been deadly in favor of Chase Hutchinson this season.
So realistically, Corey Vaughn, your ideal batter to have up in this situation on many facets.
The inning will end if Vaughn gets out, and Sonko will not have to face Hutchinson this frame. But Vaughn's got to find a way to extend it as he takes a strike on a generous inside corner, to say the least. Hutchinson has allowed lefties to hit just 167 off of him this season. However, that number climbs to 299, nearly 300 against righties. 0-2, a fastball elevated high out of the zone. Vaughn's able to lay off, and the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Now, you mention it all the time, Brandon, and you are so spot on. If this pitcher slips and gives a professional fastball hitter, Corey Vaughn, something good, it could go a long, long ways.
We saw a line drive get a little air underneath it and carry over the mini monster. We've seen some moonshots off the bat of Vaughn as well. Ideally, he can get a hold of something here. The 1-2 upcoming, kicks and delivers. Just misses. 2-2 goes the count.
And you wonder if Vaughn is even thinking about the home run. Not that you really typically ever do, but he comes up choking on the bat and really crowding the plate a little bit in a 2-strike approach. So maybe just trying to get something in play.
He's got enough power even with the bat choked up if Hutchinson tosses a fastball in, but instead, never mind, as the breaking ball comes in and hits Vaughn. So a pair of hit-by pitches will lead to some boos from the crowd, but will bring the tying run to the plate.
I think if you're the Blue Crabs, you take that hit-by pitch 10 times out of 10. You talk about not wanting to get on in some facets, but the crowd can boo all they want. As a Blue Crabs fan, I like that. Corey Vaughn is a muscular guy. He can take a 70-mile-an-hour off speed to get on base.
Looked like a changeup that got away from Hutchinson there, as now time's going to be called. Looks like the pitching coach, John Hunton, is going to come out to the mound here and have a talk with his lefty. I don't imagine a move upcoming, as it is a lefty-lefty matchup here, but just probably some time to buy for a righty that I think is warming up down in the bullpen. If Hutchinson can't get Sonko, we might see a righty-on-righty matchup set up with Austin Green. Somerset has already clinched. They're in the playoffs. They've won the first half of the Liberty Division. They are also competitors. It's much more fun to celebrate a championship because you won rather than because someone else lost.
I would completely agree. It would feel much better for them. And maybe if you're the Blue Crabs, you have a little chip on your shoulder, you want to make this celebration a little bit more sour.
You undoubtedly do. Both teams are competitors. The Blue Crabs never folded in this series. They wanted to sweep Somerset and keep them out of the playoffs. You always want to do that. But on the side of this, the Patriots do want this win. Coming into today, they needed a loss from the Bees or a win. So they can pretend that the win is what clinched it for them if that's what it takes, as first pitch to Sonko, called strike. Sonko a single and then a pair of 3 unassisted. He's 1 for 3 as he just misses one here and fouls it off. A little bit behind, and the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes. This puts Angelo Sonko in an unfortunate situation where Hutchinson can use that nasty sweeping slider to sit on the outside of the plate and tail into the right-handed batter's box, potentially get Sonko swinging past it.
I was about to say, lefty-lefty matchup. Guys like Chris Sale exploit the slider all the time.
0-2 upcoming. He goes to that slider as that's going to get past the glove of Gonzalez and all the way to the backstop. Both runners will advance as the Blue Crabs now have men on second and third. A 1-2 count to Sonko. This changes things a little bit because now he clearly hasn't had the greatest command of that slider. Let's be honest. He just hit Corey Vaughn with it. He bounced that one past Gonzalez. Even the one to Rodriguez that struck him out could have easily gotten to the backstop. Gonzalez made a great stop on that. So now in a 1-2 count with a runner on third who would score if you spiked it, I think that changes the pitch you throw.
I completely agree. He's got to come with a changeup or a fastball. I think that's the rest of his repertoire.
1-2 upcoming. He goes back to the slider, but reins it in a little bit. This one misses outside, but not nearly as far. And the count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Bold pitch to go back to the slider, but still I like the confidence out of Hutchinson.
If I'm Hutchinson here, I'm blazing a fastball inside on Sonko and trying to snap his bat if he catches it at all. 2-2, there's the fastball. A little bit too far inside. It's going to get to the backstop. Rosario coming to the plate, and he will score. And now it's just a 6-4 game with another run 90 feet away, and Angelo Sonko with a full count serving as the tying run at the plate. He hasn't shown it this year, but throughout his career, we know Sonko has some pop.
It's interesting. We've talked about 3 types of hit by pitches in this inning alone. You talk about the one you do want by Corey Vaughn, the one you don't want by Frank Martinez, and now you really didn't want it, as it looked like it may have hit Sonko.
Payoff pitch upcoming. Sonko gets a piece of it. It's dribbled down the third base line, but it's going to get foul. That one did come well in on Sonko, and he tried to hop out of the way, if for nothing but to save himself from a 90-plus fastball coming at him, but it ended up allowing it to get by Gonzalez and get Rosario across to score. So on all fronts, you didn't want to take that. You didn't want to take that and have the runners not able to advance. You didn't want to take that and have your ribs at risk, I guess. But we'll do the 3-2 once more. Sonko looking to cash in an RBI, at least one. If he can turn on a fastball, it might be a tie game. Payoff pitch upcoming once more. Sonko fights it off the other way, 3-2. And a snag down there by Brett Marshall.
That's a nice catch, and he also, he caught it on the run. He secured it like a football. He was off to the end zone.
Looked like a pick 6 from Brett Marshall down there. But Sonko doing a good job to stay alive He's had a couple of defensive swings, though. I think at some point, if you're Sonko, you got to go on the offensive here and just trust that you can catch up to it and that you'll find something over the plate. 3-2 once more. Sonko with a high fly ball to center field. Coming on is Francoso. He'll get there and make the catch, and that will retire the side here in the 8th. But a little bit of command issues for Chase Hutchinson allow a run to score. A couple of hit by pitches and a couple of wild pitches put one on the board for the Blue Crabs with no hits, no errors, and one left on base. They trail by 2, and they'll look to keep it at 2. Looks like Cody Epley will come on to pitch when we return to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Washington sports fans, rock your red, wear your curly W's, and break out your burgundy and gold for Washington Sports Night on Friday night, August 10th. That night, there will be a special Washington Sports t-shirt giveaway for the first fans in attendance, so arrive early, and don't miss a special appearance by the racing presidents from Nationals Park. To get your tickets today, stop by the E-Trepid box office, visit somdbluecrabs.com, or call 301-638-9788. Join our team every Friday home game as we honor those who serve our country by remembering everyone deployed. Every Red Friday, the team will wear military-inspired jerseys brought to you by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. All active and former military members receive $5 tickets with their military ID. For more information or to get tickets today, please visit us online at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Hey, this is Cody Epley, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Cody Epley on to pitch for the Blue Crabs. They trail 6-4, so a non-save situation for Epley, but he'll look to hold the lead right where it is and give his offense a chance in the bottom half of this inning. Epley kicks first pitch sent right back where it came from off the bat of Craig Massey, and he's aboard with a leadoff single. Didn't take long, one pitch, and Somerset's got a runner aboard. Not something you see very often from Epley. This will be the first time in 4 years that Epley does not go to the All-Star game. The only reason that's happening is because he was injured at the start of the year and didn't get on the ballot. Since his return, he has been absolutely dominant on the mound for the Blue Crabs, day in and day out. He comes set, kicks and delivers. First pitch right down the middle for a called strike to Scott Kelly. Andrew, you've got the numbers on Cody Epley this year.
You mentioned it. Cody Epley has been nothing but dominant all year long on the season for Cody Epley. As we rumble through the numbers for him, he throws the pitch. We'll get him to you right after that pitch. As he
called strike as Epley went to that sinker and brings the count to no balls and 2 strikes on Scott Kelly.
This is Epley's 12th appearance of the year. He's yet to allow an earned run. He has allowed 1 run, though. He has allowed 9 hits and an 0-0 record.
He buries a fastball inside. Kelly swings over the top of that one, and he goes down on strikes. So Epley retires the first batter in this inning on strikes for the Blue Crabs as a staff. That's just their 4th of the game, as you had 2 from Craig Stim and 1 from Ryan Chafee. Speaking of Ryan Chafee, a stellar 1 1/3 innings from him. Picked up a strikeout to retire the side in the 7th, and then 2 pop-outs and a ground out, all to second base in the 8th. Epley kicks and delivers, and a weak swing from Danny Dorn has him behind 0-1.
We've seen that a couple of times tonight from Danny Dorn. We know the power, and realistically, the contact is there. I don't know what that swing's about.
He's 2 for 4 with a pair of RBIs, though, so I guess who are we to judge right now? Maybe that's just his warm-up swing. Instead of taking like Teodoro does, where he just doesn't care, maybe Dorn just likes to flip the bat out there.
Likes to get the wrists going a little bit.
Count sits at no balls and 2 strikes now, as I don't think that was his intention behind the 0-1 swing. Epley going to try to toss that patented sinker up there and force a ground ball. A breaking ball here. There's the grounder. 4, 6, 3. Plenty of time for the double play. That'll bring the crowd to its feet. And Epley, with the help of the ground out, gets a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on in the inning for Somerset. Epley gets the job done in the 9th, and now we've got the 8-9-1 due up in the bottom half. 2 to tie, 3 to win when we return to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Friday night, July 20th, we celebrate our favorite blue furball, Pinch, with his very own brace face bobble belly, brought to you by Waldorf Orthodontics. This one-of-a-kind giveaway will only be available at the front gates while supplies last, so make sure you get there early to see the Blue Crabs face the Lancaster Barnstormers. To ensure your seat today, visit somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788. TN Bose Heating and Air Conditioning is proud to present Fans for Our Fans at Regency Furniture Stadium once again this 2018 season. When the temperature at game time is expected to be a scorcher, TN Bose will do what they do best, keep you always the right temperature, by providing hand fans to the first 200 guests entering the stadium that day. Learn more about their technologically advanced AeroSeal duct sealing procedure online at tnbose.com. TN Bose, for all your air conditioning and heating needs. Blue Crabs fans, your group of 20 or more can join us all season long with any of our several group hospitality areas at Regency Furniture Stadium. Our spacious and modern amenities can entertain your group starting at just $10 per person. The open-air picnic pavilion, upscale Legends Club, or luxury suites provide the backdrop for great nights at the ballpark. Call group sales at 301-638-9788 for more info or to book your group today.
Hey, this is Sam Runyon, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
8-9-1 due up for the Blue Crabs here in the bottom of the 9th. 2 will tie the game and send this one to extras. 3 will walk it off and send the crowd of nearly 8,000 to their feet prior to the fireworks that are upcoming right after. Ryan Kelly will look to do something about that, though, as first pitch swinging is Austin Green. No balls and 1 strike. Kelly, 6'2", 180 pounds, out of Bluffton, South Carolina. The first time we've seen the Somerset closer here in this series. He comes from the right side. He works out of the stretch. Leans in. Now rises and comes set at his belt. The 0-1 pitch misses low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Kelly, a 1-2 record on the year, a 4.95 ERA here in his 23rd appearance. 9 saves on the year in 20 innings pitched. He's only allowed 13 runs, 11 of them earned.
Green trying to get on base, the tying run in the on-deck circle. As Kelly drops a breaking ball, that one swung on and missed. The count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Angelis Nino waits on deck. He's 3 for 3 on the night, hoping for a chance to tie the game. Kelly's 1 strike away from picking up a strikeout, though. The Patriots have just 3 of those as a staff on the day. As a breaking ball, buckled the knees of Green, but dipped low and away. Thought about offering it that one, able to lay off to even the count.
This has been a game that the average baseball fan would truly enjoy. You mentioned only 4 strikeouts on the other side, 3 on this, so 7 combined strikeouts through 8.5 innings of baseball played is pretty low.
19 hits on the board. The Blue Crabs have actually out-hit the Patriots. They just haven't cashed in. As Green with a dribbler back in front of the plate, Kelly will pick it up and toss it on to first for out number 1. Blue Crabs have 10 hits. A lot of those came early. 9 came off of the starter Reardon in the first 4 innings. But in those 9 hits, they scored just 3 runs, and they stranded 5 runners on base, including a couple in scoring position.
Nina's been about as hot as they come. He's 3 for 4 on the day with a double to add to his efforts.
He's got a pair of singles in his last 2 at-bats, a double that led off the third, and he takes a breaking ball that snapped back into the zone. No balls and 1 strike. Trying to get on base for Strasburger. Strasburger has great power as well. 5 home runs, ties him for second on the team. Kelly comes set for the 0-1, kicks and delivers a breaking ball, misses low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tomorrow is the series finale and the finale of the first half of this 2018 Atlantic League season. Records will reset on Friday. That's a good thing for the Blue Crabs, not so much for the Patriots, as they will have already clinched their playoff spot, though, regardless of the outcome of the next 2 days. 1-1 pitch, Nina to dead center, but that's going to hang up. He hit it a bit too hard as Francoso makes the play for out number 2.
That's a situation, if you're Nina, you got to just pat yourself on the back. You can't come after yourself for that. You mentioned it. He hit the ball too hard, which hurts if you're a baseball player, but it's just one of those things that happen.
Right on the screws, but right at Francoso. So nobody on and 2 outs. Ryan Strasburger comes to bat. He's 1 for 4, a double and a run scored in the first inning. They've got that big shift to his pull side on the infield again here, with the shortstop playing almost directly behind the third baseman. Strasburger with a big swing on a fastball, but that one blown by him. The count goes to no balls and 1 strike.
We mentioned Strasburger has shown the power already today. He doubled down the left field line to lead off the game. Maybe he can try to end off the game on the same note.
Garcia waits on deck. He's hoping for the opportunity in this game to make something happen. Strasburger's got to get it to him. As Kelly delivers a breaking ball, that misses low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike goes the count. He's got a big hole up the middle, especially with the right-handed arm of Kelly that's falling off to the first base side. If Strasburger can hit the mound with anything, it's going to get through, no doubt.
That would bring up the tying run to the plate should Strasburger reach.
The 1-1 is a breaking ball, swung over, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Blue Crabs are down to their last strike in front of the season-high crowd. See if Strasburger can get some life into them with a 2-out rally and a 2-out hit. Kelly taking his time, now comes set for the 1-2. Kicks and delivers a curveball swung on and missed, and that will retire the side and end the game. A perfect 1-2-3 inning for Ryan Kelly. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base, and a 6-4 victory for the Somerset Patriots as they have clinched the first half Liberty Division. They did it earlier today with the loss from the New Britain Bees, but this win would have done the job anyway, so congratulations first and foremost to the Somerset Patriots on their return to the Atlantic League playoffs. The 6-time champions will be someone to reckon with once the postseason rolls around. So congratulations to manager Brett Jody and all of the Patriots on their accomplishments here in this first half of the season.
I completely agree. I just want to echo that. They're a very good team. They did it with class, and they just came out and played the right way. They took it to the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs to this point. But looking back at the game, you see a solid start from Craig Stem. You got to put it on the relief staff of both teams. For the Blue Crabs, they struggled. Sam Runyon allowing those 4 runs in the top of the 7th. And then if you look at the flip side, nothing but excellence from Molesky and Hutchinson and Kelly and the rest of the relief staff blanking the Blue Crabs outside of that bottom of the 8th inning. You also look at a couple more things, such as the Blue Crabs did what they should do in the terms of scoring first, but that's come to bite them the past 2 nights.
So the Patriots take this one 6-4. The Blue Crabs out-hit them 10-9, but doesn't reflect in the runs column, so the Patriots have won the first 3. They'll look for the sweep tomorrow, but first the celebration is on. They didn't get the chance to celebrate earlier as the game was getting ready to start, so now no doubt they will go enjoy tonight and celebrate their championship on the first half and their trip to the playoffs. So once again, congratulations to them. A stellar first half for the Somerset Patriots. They got the job done. One more game in the first half of the season. It'll be Paul Clemens versus Rick Teasley tomorrow. Clemens will look to end the first half on a positive note for the Blue Crabs, get a win, and the records will reset on Friday. And now it's a wide open division. Sugarland got the first half, but in the second half of the season, starting on Friday, it'll be a wide open division, and the Blue Crabs can do anything and make a playoff run if the pitching staff and the hitting all come together. Don't you think, Andrew?
I completely agree. That's been the issue, not as much towards this second half of the first half of the season, if you don't mind me saying that, but in the first half of what we've seen so far, the struggles were one day the pitching was on, the next the hitting was on, and they couldn't sync together. We've seen them click more and more as this season has continued. You'd like to see that more and more months, like the month of June, in which they went 15-14. As we see the second half, Brandon, I for one am very excited for that second half.
Again, it'll start on Friday. One more to go before then, though. Fireworks Spectacular getting ready to start, so we'll wrap things up here. Final game of the first half coming up tomorrow. Paul Clemens is going to get the ball for the Blue Crabs. Look to end things on a high note in this first half. And then they've got 3 more before the All-Star break. York will come to town to open the second half Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Make sure you get out here and join us. But for tonight, Somerset takes the game 6-4. They take the Liberty Division, and they're playoff bound. Blue Crabs will look to bounce back tomorrow and halt the sweep. Clemens gets the ball, 6:35 first pitch. For my broadcast partner, Andrew Banstra, I'm Brandon Belanda. We'll see you back here tomorrow on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.